the Inner Talk podcast. We'll no topic is off limits. Now here's your host, my daddy, and Void of Soul. Thank you for coming to the Inner Talk podcast. Boom, swat, boom.
Welcome back, everybody. It is I, Ryan Wester, your host of the Inner Talk podcast. I bet you guys thought I disappeared, and I did. But I'm back, baby. Don't call it a comeback.
He's back.
Don't fucking do it. We're back, season 4 in the Inner Talk with Jehry Robinson.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Dude, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah, thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
When I saw your name written down the very first time, I've known of you for a couple years. I was like, how do you pronounce it? Jehry? I mean, I know it's Jerry, but it's like Jehry.
Yeah, it's like Jehry. Yeah.
What's up with that?
It's just pronounced Jerry, man. But yeah, I've been getting that my whole life. There's a Kanye West line. He said,
Get up on that mic.
He said, there's a Kanye line. He said, Kanye West, but my plastics still say Kane, like his credit cards and shit. So people been fucking up his name. But yeah, it's just Jerry, pronounced Jerry with an H.
Yeah, what's that about? Where's that name? Is that your own flair, or did your parents give you that?
No, that's just like what I became. Everybody called me Je, like for short. You know, all the women in my life, like my wife, my mom, my sister, they all call me Je, Jeh. So just the flair, of what it.
All right, what's your real name?
Jerry. It's really Jerry.
How do you spell it in real life? How is it on your birth certificate?
It's Jerry.
Okay.
Like that's how I spelled it my whole life. That's what I had my teachers call me and shit. But then it just became, I didn't really want to use my own government name.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't want to be called like, fucking Lil fucking, whatever.
Little anything, right?
Yeah, I never like identified with a name. So I was like, damn, I don't want to use my name, but I can't identify with like somebody like Tech9. Right? It's like, that's the dopest name ever, but I can't be Tech9. Like, I always wanted to just be Jerry. Like, I just wanted to be my name. Like, when people refer to me or call me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in England, they say, what's he called? Like, not what's his name. They say they call him Dan. Or he's called Dan, maybe they say it like that. So it's like, how are people going to call me in public? And I always wanted that to stay Jerry. You know what I'm saying? And not be some name. Like, it just never, I tried, I tried a couple names. I was like, this ain't me, man, I can't.
And is your real last name Robinson?
Yeah.
You barely changed your name. What are you
right.
talking
about? I just added an H because I like, for just whatever in life, I just wanted it to be something different, because then it's like, I'm a person and then I go out there and I'm like Superman when I'm on that stage. Like, I'm going to be, the greatest artist of all time. But when I go home, I you know what I'm saying? The regular guy is still there. You know what I'm saying?
You can pull this closer. I'm going to get on you about this.
Oh, my bad.
It's not, I know we can hear it.
Yeah.
But when it comes, listen to how much louder it is
Okay,
now.
right here. Yeah.
That's how, so the people listening to this, they're going to be able to hear it like that.
Gotcha.
But you can move it all around, get comfortable,
Yeah.
Look, this isn't a strange studio. Like, I don't have
no, this is
$3,000 mics.
This is dope. I love this setup. But yeah, it was really just me wanted to keep my name, but not make it exactly me. Like,
okay.
Separate the two,
Separate the artist from the civilian.
Yes, exactly.
Or whatever.
And that's what the H does. When you put the H in the name, I become like a different version of myself. He's more confident. He's got it going on, man. He's rocking the crowd. That guy, sometimes I have to listen to him and be like, man, that guy knows what the fuck he's doing. When I'm having a bad day, I listen to Jerry with an H. That motherfucker knows what's up. Like, he knows. He believes in himself. He's focused. He's driven. And maybe I'll have a bad day and I'm like, this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I got to become that person when I go on stage or whatever and be this entity.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Does Jerry, the H, does he have bad days, and does he look towards you when he has a bad day, or is he just always?
No, he's a superhero.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's a superhero to have a bad day. No. He's relentless. He's got to take over the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes when I wake up, I'm like, man, like today, like if I had a bad day today, it's like, well, Jerry with an H got to do a podcast, so he's got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of keeps me in check. He's the king. But
he's that little guy in the back of your head that's like, let's go, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's the real me.
Yeah.
That's how I get to like show him to the world. You know what I'm saying? I put an H in my name.
When did you meet him?
Ooh, that's a good question. I met him probably 2016.
Oh,
I met him.
Shit.
Yeah, because
not terribly long ago.
No, because I did music a lot or whatever, but yeah, that was when I felt like, you know, just trying to figure it all out and what I should do, and I'm like, wait, I should just be myself. Like my first EP, it was like a really, really honest effort. Like I was in a shed in my backyard, you know, recording it all, mixing it all, whatever, and Tara came through, my now fiance. She came through and she was like, yo, we curated this whole brilliant thing that we were doing, and that's when it was born. And I was honest. I was talking about what we were doing. Like that was it. I was like really talking about what was going on in our world and what we're trying to build right now, and nothing else mattered. You know what I'm saying? When I got to put the H in, when I got to be Jehry with the H, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, 2016, 2017, the first two mixtapes was Jehry with the H, Birth. That's when I started.
You tapped into him?
Yeah, definitely. And he's been a monster. He's been on fire. But that's not me also. I detached from that, like, in my family life or whatever. Like, I'm not this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not this aggressive guy. Jehry with the H, freestyle battle anybody, whoever, all the time. I have to be that guy, right? That's how I came up. That's what gave him that confidence and whatever success he has. But Jehry with the R, the regular guy, he gets to go home and just, you know, chill out and not have to be that guy.
What does regular Jehry like to do to chill out? Like typical, I'm not on tour. Like it's Jehry, I'm at home. Like what is Jehry? Regular Jehry.
Yeah. Honestly, I write a lot. I like to write.
You write for Jehry with an H?
Yeah. I mean, write even like I have a novel. I have an entire novel.
Right, like
72,000 word novel. That I
really?
wrote. Yeah. 100%.
Not music, just straight.
Nope. And it's not. It's just a fictional story, non-fictional, a fictional story. Yeah. And
is anybody going to be able to read it? Like, do you have plans to?
It's gonna be the best-selling book in the world.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. But
ooh, I'm into that.
I really do these things, and I feel that way. Like it took me so long. It took me probably 2.5 years.
I don't think that doesn't sound like a long time to write a huge novel like that. It seems pretty fast.
I guess. I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't really
I don't either.
I haven't really dove. Oh, my bad. I'm back off the mic again. I haven't really dove into like how long it takes to write a novel, but
right.
I Googled what a novel is considered, and it said, I think it's 50 to 70,000 words or 60 to 70,000 words.
I don't even know what that is. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I know.
I can't comprehend any of that shit.
But I just started writing this story, and it was like kind of inspired by me, you know, but it's not me. It's like the version of me if I like didn't do music or anything, and I was just the sad parts of me. Yeah, this main character is just all the bad parts of me. He doesn't have any of the good attributes I have. He's just a shitty version of myself, you know. So I wrote this story, but yeah, that's and it's not like I'm promoting that or I'm trying to, but that's something I just did, you know, on planes, traveling, on the train, going back to Brooklyn at the time when I started it a while back, and then it took me years to pick up again. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Like it probably took like 4 years, to be honest. I had one paragraph for like a year and a half.
Oh shit! And
I just had a paragraph, but yeah, I wrote it out. So I like to write. That's what I like to do. I like to write. You know, outside of I love making music, of course. Outside of that, just kick it, bro. I like to get inspired. I like to get inspired by shit. So whether that be like if we're in a different city, go see something weird, you know, go see some history, or I'm even like a show I like. I went to the house, the Shameless house from
from that show Shameless. Yeah. That show was good for a couple seasons.
Yeah, it was cool, but
then it fell off.
Yeah, I was a fan at the time, but like, you know, say like that was just a vibe, like stuff like that. You know, I like to get inspired, or sometimes even force it. Like, y'all, we need to get inspired. Like, we need to go see something. We need to do something. We need to go out. You know. So.
I'd like to go stay at the Christmas Story house for Christmas one year. You know, they rent that house out.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's like a flex. Right
I mean,
there.
even if I could it probably costs more than I can ever afford on Christmas. But I guess I could do it in like June. I bet it ain't shit in June.
Yeah. I mean, I want to rent Macaulay Culkin's house. There should be an Airbnb. The Home Alone house.
Home Alone, that would be fucking
That should be an Airbnb
too.
you could rent for your family.
I think I saw a picture of that like on Instagram or whatever, some social media site this past Christmas.
Yeah.
Because somebody does own that home.
I'm
and
sure.
I think they have like it all fenced. Like there's a big fence around it, like a wrought iron fence all around it. You know, it's kind of like,
crazy.
What the fuck did you buy that house for?
Yeah.
Well, you know what you're going to get when you buy a house like that. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to drive by and go, let's see if they can see Kevin.
Well, you asked me what I like to do. So, like, when we're on tour, I forced everybody at, like, 2 a.m. to go to the Breaking Bad house. You watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, we were
second best TV show of all time.
Yeah, we were in, New Mexico, right? And I was like, yo, we got to go to the house. Like, we have to. And we went, we took the Sprinter van. And it was because it wasn't far. It was like literally like 12 minutes from where we were going. It was like after the show or something.
They hate it.
And they hate it.
They hate it.
The lady who lives there hates when people go there. So I felt bad even. I was like, I don't even want to do it. But I kind of like to do shit like that. You know, corny like that.
Yeah.
That's weird. I just live, bro. Just aspire.
I love that.
And spend time with my lady. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy life. And I love like stand up comedy. You know what I'm saying? I love to see stand up comedy.
Can I
live.
stop for a second?
Yeah.
She hates it so much that she lives in the Breaking Bad house. She can't hate it that much. How much would that house go for? Way more than market value. It's got to be way more.
Facts. Yeah,
Are
she
you
could
kidding
probably
me?
sell it.
So, like, if you hated it, you hate it so much, you would sell that bitch, make a big profit, get the fuck out of there. Move to wherever you want.
It actually might be like a detriment because, like, she hates it. Like people annoy her all the time. So, like, it might be, you know what I mean? It might actually hurt the value of the house. Like, people are like, fuck that.
No way.
You got cars that, what I don't understand is the pool from the show is in her backyard, right? It's the same pool that they shot.
Backyard and everything?
Yeah, the same backyard.
What a great backyard and pool.
Bro,
that's why she doesn't want to sell it. It's so nice.
I would charge motherfuckers to come back in the pool.
Airbnb that shit.
No, just come because she has like 100 people come there a day.
Just
like sometimes,
them.
like they all want to like see the house or throw a pizza on the roof and shit. So
this bitch hates money.
She hates
hates money.
I don't know, man, but
I know she does.
I was like I was low key nervous she was gonna come out. We were taking pictures. I was like, yo, get you. And she put reflective tape in the front of the house, so when you take a picture,
it doesn't.
Yeah,
at nighttime, at least.
At nighttime, yeah, it was night. It was nighttime.
Right.
But yeah,
how many pizzas have been thrown on that roof? Do you think,
dude? A lot. She's very frustrated. I mean, shout out to her. She seems very angry. I seen a clip on TikTok or something. She seems very angry. But
well, that's what I'm saying. Move. Yeah. Sell it and move.
Exactly. Or just like I feel like the show should buy it, or like Bryan Cranston should buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just own it. It's just like people go there.
Or Jesse Pinkerton, whatever. What's his name?
I don't know. Jesse Pinkman.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. It doesn't matter what his name is.
But yeah, that was actually pretty cool to get to see that.
Paul something? Something Paul?
Ooh, I don't know his real
name. Aaron Paul.
Wow, Aaron Paul, absolutely.
Aaron Paul.
That's a fact, yeah.
Yeah, they should just say, hey, lady, we're sorry we did this to you.
Yeah,
how much would it take for you to sell this house to us and make yourself happy so you're not so miserable?
Yeah, I mean, I think some people like being miserable. Like that lady likes to be miserable, probably. You know?
Damn, isn't that a weird thing about humans?
Yeah, some people just like to be mad. You know, it's like she kind of enjoys it. She's like, yes, these people are here. I can go yell at them. I could just like vent and get my anger out. Because
I like to be. I don't want to say angry. I'm not an angry person, but I like to get
the anger out.
I like to get pissed. Like I like when
you go to those places where you break shit.
No. It motivates me. Like, all right, motherfucker, you want? All right, like
yeah. I get what you're
like
saying.
That. Like it'll motivate me. Like say I can't.
Yeah, I like.
All
that
right,
too.
motherfucker. You want
like
this?
Yeah. So like when I was probably like, 17, 18, me and my homies used to chill in one of my friend's basement. Like it was like this that 70s show type shit. Like we would smoke weed down there or whatever. And we got this couch from the garbage, or actually probably from my girl's house or whatever at the time. We took the couch back, and he was like, yo, there's no way we're gonna get it down the stairs to the basement. You know what I'm saying? So it's like hour or two, we're trying to, that's the
like
worst.
That Friends episode.
Yeah, the pivot shit. Yeah, that's the worst ever. Like I never.
You got to stand it up.
Yeah, like if that's like I love you if I come help you move. Like if I'm about to come help you move, then we're cool as fuck because that shit sucks. But like
I'm 44. I will not help you move.
Yeah, we're trying to get the couch down to the basement, and he's like, yo, there's no way we're getting it in. I was like, no, we'll get it in. I kept going. And I wound it up like the whole molding was removed. I broke a little piece, but that shit got down there because I was like, bro, I'm getting that shit down there right now. You know what I'm saying?
If it got up, I can get down.
Yeah. That's it, bro. Like, sometimes my mind just is like, yo, we got to do that right now.
Yeah. So New York, you're born and raised in New York?
Yeah, dude. New York.
Do you live in Kansas City now?
Yeah. I moved to Kansas City. Somewhere through the deal, you know what I'm saying? Just signing with Strange and everything.
How long ago was that?
Damn, probably like 2.5 years ago.
How do you like it here?
Ooh, it's very, very dope. It's a different vibe.
It's all right, man. You came from New York. No, Kansas City's gonna be offended by whatever you say.
Oh no. We first off, Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. Okay,
right.
I don't need to
get off our bandwagon. All right. Okay, I hate the Chiefs. I'm not a Chiefs fan.
It's really become a second home. It's like a fucking. I've never seen anything like the vibe in Kansas City in my entire life. Like even just like the Chiefs in general, the way people come together. I'm like, wow, because in New York, everybody has two teams in every sport. Like we have the Knicks and the Nets, we have the Jets and the Giants. You know what I'm saying? The Yankees and the Mets. It keeps going. It's like you still can't agree on a team. You still can't get behind something. So
in New Jersey.
But yeah, dude, forget. I mean, like, we actually have in New York the Buffalo Bills are in New York. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
There's so many teams, so people still can't even get together and unite. But in Kansas City, you just see red every Friday, and I'm like, yo, that's special to me. That's like, and the Chiefs also. This is a Strange Music collaboration jacket. Tech just did this whole thing, so it's like I got this jacket from them. Like they probably done more for me than any other football team. And I'm not a big football guy. I don't really watch football like that. People are like, what? Like, I'm like, I just don't. That's not, you ask me what I do. I go to the Breaking Bad house when I'm on tour and I make music, and I don't really watch football. So
you don't gamble?
No, I definitely don't.
Football's for gamblers.
Yeah, I guess
You know what
so.
I mean? That's why I watch football. I grew up, I was born and raised in Michigan. So I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan. Yeah. I love college football. And I never was a big NFL fan until I started playing fantasy football. And then until I started,
of course, I got money on a game,
right? And then I get into fantasy, and then I started getting into betting different because I don't have a team. I can bet on anybody,
right?
So
that's cool.
I get into it, so that's what got me into it. I think a lot of people are like that.
The most I've ever been into football is coming to Kansas City and like just seeing the Chiefs. The energy is like contagious. Like I'm watching the fucking game. Like I'm like, yo, like we watched the last game. I can't remember the last time I watched a game. I just because it's exciting. Because like how you gonna be mad at everyone in the city being happy? Like it made me like football. I'm like, man, that's beautiful. Everybody's like, go Chiefs everywhere we go. Like I rock this jacket with pride. Strange Music is another, beautiful entity in my life. I'm like, I love the energy here.
Strange Music is Kansas City as Kansas City can get.
I love it.
Like I was around back when, Tech9 was in his little van.
I love
that vinyled out or whatever. Like it, his just as vinyled out. I don't know if it was vinyl back then, but just the Tech9 stuff all over his van, driving around the fucking city, doing little shows at America's Pub down in Westport.
Bro,
he used to bank with my ex-girlfriend at Bank of America.
That's why I love Kansas City, because every person here, it's like y'all know Tech9 somehow, right? Everybody is kind of connected.
Yeah.
Like And if there's an artist like
Well, it's such
Tech,
a small city.
that's what I'm saying. It's such a vibe.
It's
here.
a giant. It's like a small town, but a big. It's like a cross. It's like the biggest little.
And then y'all win the Super Bowl like every year since I've been here. We win the fucking Super Bowl. Like, you know what I mean? It's just good energy. And yeah, I really like. That's what I like about it here, though. I came here super positive energy, respect. But I miss home, obviously. You know what I mean? It's like it's a different vibe. It's a different energy. It's a new energy. I think I needed it. I needed this energy here. Definitely slower. You know, I was with my girl Coco the other day. I did an interview on shout out 90.1 in Kansas City. Coco and DJ E.
DJ E's been on here.
Yeah, I just met him. We did an interview.
DJ E's legit.
That's
Shout
amazing.
Out DJ E. That's my guy.
Yeah, we did an interview the other day. Coco was like, "Yo, sometimes." In KC, she feels like it's on yellow, and she's like, I'm on green, because she's from my hometown, basically, this girl. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of get that, but in a different way, not in a disrespectful way, just in a way of like, man, we are just programmed to move really fast. It's like you're born on a treadmill. I say it wrong. My dad says it wrong, and he taught me how to say it wrong, but it's treadmill.
I get it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like you're on that as soon as you are born, and you're just running, and then you get off for a second and go other places, and like, all right, it's not as intense here.
All right, but with that mentality, I would think you'd be sprinting by everybody, just lapping motherfuckers here in Kansas City. Yo, I'm speeding. Speed. When you guys speed, you're on my jog level. Like,
yeah, I think that's back to a key point I always say, man, people mistake motion for progress. So just because everybody's moving like that and aggressive and trying to, always be busy and always do things, it doesn't necessarily mean they're gaining results or being successful. So sometimes there's a lot of movement for nothing. It's like we could have had a meeting about having this podcast. Let's have a meeting and
I would not have
discuss.
been at that meeting.
You understand what I'm saying, though? People do it. It's like, let's have a meeting about having a meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we going to do that?
I got you.
Right? So, like, we could have had an extra meeting. It's like extra steps that people stay busy.
Make it look like we're doing something.
Yeah, Bill Burr.
Especially if they're on the payroll. We got to look busy. We got to make it look like we're earning this money.
Yeah, Bill Burr was on Joe Rogan. He was talking about this. He's like, Spotify and all of these.
Don't be afraid to have some of that drink there. You got plenty here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to take my shades out too, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know. See, we were talking about that before. We got to kind of hide. And
I didn't. I just, if
felt like
my
I don't know what's going on.
My rule is if my guest has shades on, I put mine on.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
But
cheers.
Salute.
But yeah, so he was talking about people doing busy work in these labels and in like Spotify and shit like that, where these people are just making phone calls and creating work. They're creating work so they could justify their salary and shit like that. And I'm not saying, I mean, I've definitely seen that in the music industry, period. But like, it is a crazy idea. It's like people just really want to create more motion. And like I said, in New York, we're born on the treadmill. We're running, but it's like, where are you going? What are you doing? Like, you're just busy. And just because you're busy and it looks cool and it feels, it's like, what have you done? There might be some guy, he's not running at all. He's chilling. He's low key. He's not in your face, but he's at the end of the year, he did more than you did. He got more done in your industry or whatever you're doing. And it's like, you made all the posts and you looked really cool, but this guy actually made more money or he gained more accolades and he's not really even posting on his Instagram or, you know what I'm saying? So it's that. It's like, you would say I'd be speeding past people if I went to a slower place, but you meet people who are slow out here, right? That may be a good thing. That's what it taught me. Like, shout out Travis O'Gwen. He's very calm. He's not in your face. He's not abrasive like the people I'm used to.
Talk about a controversial figure in Kansas City.
Travis O'Gwen?
Yeah, people don't like that dude.
Yeah, he's like it's like,
I got no opinion. I don't know shit about him.
People don't. Yeah, see, Travis fucking changed my life, bro. That's my fucking brother, dude. You know what
nice.
I mean? 100%, man. And I haven't been out here long enough, so I don't know what you're referring to, but I feel
people just like to hate the local rappers.
So
local rappers, why don't he look at me?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Because I was gonna say, like, yeah. I mean, it's like people hating on Donald Trump or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course they're gonna hate on him. He's
hold on. He's
the. You know what I mean? He's definitely
he's bombastic.
Yeah,
he's polarizing.
Yeah. He's a
course,
mogul,
he
man.
wants people to hate him. There's a reason people hate him. He says some wild shit.
Yeah, he's a mogul.
He's hilarious.
He's a mogul. He's a legend in the game, dude. Like, and yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, I'll tell you that right now. That you know, that's what.
And he gives somewhat of a fuck about some. He certainly gives a fuck about himself and how he's perceived.
Oh, for sure, but as anyone would, you know what I'm saying. But he's definitely a fucking legend, dude. And
yeah,
like,
he's a legend,
just
right.
watching his ways is insane, because it's like I've never met anybody that has had that level of success or done anything like that, coming from where I come from. So when I met Travis, I was like, damn, bro, like this is a possibility. When I met Tech, I'm like, this is a possibility. Like, these people really took this from a conception and built this to warehouses and shit. And of course, if anyone's got anything to say, you know, even about strange music in general, it's kind of like that's what they came up on. It's like, man, fuck you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here running around doing tours. We out here moving. Like, they fucking changed my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's like that death row shit or that bad boy shit. Nah, bad boy, fuck bad boy. I'm gonna say fuck Diddy right now live.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
controversial.
Is that controversial? I don't know. Fuck Diddy.
Not right now.
Diddy let me down. Diddy let me down, bro. You know what I mean? That was my fucking.
I think he let some women
man,
down.
He let New York down. He let me down. He let a lot of people down.
I never liked Diddy.
But you know,
I've always hated Diddy. I'm a hip hop guy.
Yeah,
I've always hated Diddy. He's always smelled like a fucking snake in the grass to me.
Yeah.
I've always said since fucking 2000, 99, 98, 99, I've always
when
said.
He was dancing in them shiny suits.
In 99, I was always saying, I think he might have had something to do with Biggie, with getting killed.
Yeah.
Always thought that.
Everybody always got it thought that. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying? Like, but you know.
And now all these new
yeah, I
things
hate that
out.
I even said bad boy, because I was trying to reference strange music and the takeover. But it's like, yo, like, back to your point, to just sum that up, is like, people will, as soon as I came here, people are gonna say something about, you know, Tech9 or strange music or Travis. It's like, look, at the end of the day, when or Jay-Z, people be like, Jay-Z is in the Illuminati and he sacrifices children or whatever. It's like, man, you know what?
Wouldn't you?
And everybody's Tech9's
Look
cousin.
at him, it's Jay-Z.
They Tech9's cousin, or they you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, it's like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna just be around what I see and what I know and the personal relationships I have. That's how I judge.
What more can you go on?
I could judge Tech9 or Travis or strange music on is just commendable, solid business. And a lot of people don't understand the complexity of what the business is, I think.
I don't think
and I'm not faulting them either, because the business is crazy, but like, people go crazy and you know, stir up a bunch of fucking bullshit. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you got to understand what you're doing out here, and you got to really be conscious of every moving piece. And all Tech and Trav and shit has done for me is just teach me that and give me that open door to be like, yo, you're fucking up, you're doing this wrong. Like, yo, thank you, dude. Hey, can I ask you a question? You know, what happens when someone wants to book me and they do that? Like, from the beginning, just nothing but like love and, you know, help and guidance and shit like that. So
when did you?
That's all I could go off. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm not saying bad shit about any of them. I don't know them.
Yeah, they just
everybody.
they
famous
famous
everywhere, and
they famous, man. They're gonna talk about it.
I know that I've watched Tech9 come up since, like I said, from the beginning. So it's been awesome. I've been a fan of his back. I mean, he's got a fucking one of my favorite songs is from back in the day.
What song?
It was about abortion.
Okay,
abortion,
yeah.
Abortion. You know,
yo,
he's talking about going over to Wyandotte in Kansas. That's right.
That's
doing
right.
That
for a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time, and I'm just blessed that I'm even a part of that, bro.
Yeah,
you know
that real like that. Yeah, I was a fan of him and Brother Lynch Hung back in the day. You know what I mean? So like,
I'm familiar.
I like that dark shit. Like, I was into that.
Yeah, I think there's a with me, like, when I came in to work with Tech and Strange and shit, I was really like, yo, I wanna
guess what Daddy's bringing home for supper.
Yeah, we were listening to that shit on tour.
Yeah,
we were listening to that shit recently. And like, I'll be honest, Tech has like 2,000 songs. So when I first got involved with them, I was like, yo, I can't.
2,000?
I think over 2,000 released songs.
CW the Youngblood.
First off, like, No one's doing that.
C-Dub the Youngblood. Who has more out there, you or your cousin? Who's got more? C-Dub. Ooh, I'd like to see that.
But Tech9 definitely got more charting on those and whatever than anybody, I believe, period. I think, and some of the some fashion, like the most albums to go top 10 or something like crazy.
Look, no one will ever argue that Tech9 is not a legend.
Yeah, so like that's why and I'm a loyal motherfucker. I'm from New York, so like I met Tech. He brought me out to Kansas City. As you see, I'm out here like, nah, fuck you, man. Tech9, strange music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I roll. You know what I mean? That's just how that's how I came up. Like, you give me a dap, you hold me down, you show me that loyalty, you got me for life. I'm a soldier. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's in business or whatever, it's like, that's something that I think just died for some reason. Like loyalty, just real people that are there that are like, yo, I'm gonna be honest and transparent no matter what. And when I see that in people, I'm like, dude, that's who I'm rocking with. That guy. You know what I'm saying? The guy who said it and then did it.
So you're 33. When did you first, was 2016 that's when Jehry with an H started like taking shit serious? Or
yeah. So 2016 was the first EP.
When did you start, when did you realize, when did you start realizing you can freestyle and rap and kind of were you just on the playground and
early.
shit, just getting in a big circle of people on the playground and just spitting?
Oh, fuck yeah, early. So my cousin, shout out my cousin Joey, man, he used to we used to go to the mall, you know what I'm saying? We'd be in the hood, in the barbershop getting our hair cut, and he'd be like, yo, my cousin rap. He harder than anybody in here. And I'm 13, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of goons and fucking Central Light Slip or whatever, just having a heart attack. He's like, yo, my cousin could spit, bro. Anybody in here, you know what I mean? Shit like that, so.
Why? Where did that come from? What got you?
Because I would just be rapping, with him, with my cousin and a couple of my friends, and then they would go out and they would be like, yo, my man going,
Why were you doing it? What?
Oh, I just loved it.
What were your inspiration? Were you listening?
I honestly would listen to
there's just such there's a slight of an age gap, and I'm just trying to figure out at your age, what were you listening to at that time? It was what was inspiring you?
It was definitely Eminem, but then in New York it was
Is that because you were 13 and white?
Yeah, of course. Big L had died, you know what I'm saying? Big L was dude, nobody's better than Big L, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, I was into Lyricist Lounge. My cousin used to just show me all of this music, even down to Atmosphere, if you know Atmosphere and Slug and shit, like underground stuff. And I just loved rap. I just wanted to construct that shit. I just wanted to make it Eminem, Still Don't Give a Fuck. That, if you know that record, so I would just learn it and be like, bro, I need to make one like this. That was I want to write a rap that's this good one day. And
I've listened to music my whole life. My first I was 6th grade. My first cassette, that's how old I am. I'm aging myself. My first cassette I ever bought with my own money was Crisscross. Is when Jump. When that Crisscross will make you jump. And that was the first album I ever bought, and I was listening to it, and I just remember, oh my god, they're cursing because they're my age, they're cursing. Oh my god, the shit they're talking about.
Were you wearing backwards clothes?
Not backwards, but I did have but I may or may not have had a size 50-50 Jenkos or no, Carl Kanais.
Carl Kanai, son.
And I've got pictures. I've extra L, double XL. I was 140 pounds, skinny.
My friends,
double XL shirt, North Carolina shirts with giant fucking. I was a typical 90. I graduated in 98.
Word.
Word.
You a product of hip hop for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. Guys, even older guys, older than you, man, fucking will tell me yo, I'm hip hop, I fuck with hip hop, and you wouldn't think it would be you look like you could fuck with hip hop. You look cool, you stylish and shit. I'm talking about even just random guys who are 55, whatever. It's they kind of hit that cusp where that's their music of choice. Where I'm shocked sometimes,
especially people for older than me. like that age, another 10 years, you're talking about some shitty music.
No, you talking
80s
about
hair bands.
Oh yeah, but
awful synthesizers.
But you had like the Run DMCs back then, and you know what I'm saying, and like
some Run DMC.
Yeah, like
Shaka Khan,
fucking KRS
Public
One
Enemy.
and Rakim. That's my hometown. Like Rakim is from my
NWA.
hometown. EPMD.
My Guy Was Too Short.
Yeah, for sure. So you had this music, and then a lot of these people still resonate with that shit. Like older, where I'm like, wow, that was, maybe they were in their 20s, 30s, whatever, that they resonated with it, and they'll like my music even. I'll be like, oh yeah, it's like hip hop, and they'll be like, what you mean? I know KRS-One and Run DMC and Rakim. I'm like,
stepped straight up to your face and ditched you.
Yeah,
right,
I love that shit. I love Nice and Smooth and shit. You know what I'm saying? I love old school.
Damn, I gotta stop drinking. If you're not drinking, I gotta stop.
I'm gonna rock with you. I'm gonna rock with you.
I'm on 3. You're on 1 1/4.
But yeah, my bad. I told
not
you
your
I'm
bad.
You
it's
down.
fine.
I promise.
I'm just peer pressuring you. That's all. Go on, come on.
But yeah, that's another like fun fact is where I grew up, Long Island, New York. Is dude, Rakim, EPMD, Keith Murray.
You've got the legends all around.
I mean,
you.
yeah, like, and they were,
not
that
just
was
Long Island, but
for sure,
all 5 boroughs.
Dude,
I mean, come on,
it's a
New
different
York.
vibe, and that's what I was talking about with Kansas City. It's like y'all really like rally behind certain things because it's
we didn't start getting ours until, God damn it, what's the dude from Oakland?
E40.
Yeah.
E40 is with the 49ers this weekend, and Tech9 is representing the Chiefs or whatever. That should be an interesting play out though. It's cool to see that shit. I love that shit. It look like how Spike Lee, you know who Spike Lee is or no? In Kansas City, I have to ask, bro. Like sometimes the culture is different.
I'm not from Kansas City.
Yeah.
But I do rep Kansas City. But yeah, of course.
Yes,
of course I know Spike Lee.
Spike fucking Lee. No, but like that's like
I watch. I'm 44. I mean, I watch all the Jordan commercials.
Facts. Okay, say no more. But like
Mars.
he's at the Knicks games like courtside always, right? And then you got like Tech9 at the. I love that for some reason. I love the
do the right thing.
I love the people who become synonymous with the sports teams. Like how
Spike Lee with the Knicks.
Oh, for sure. I love and E40 with the 49ers, you know what I'm saying? He's always
Paul Rudd
supports.
for the Royals.
Right. So it's like that energy is really cool. I like to see that. But,
Ryan Westa for the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah. I definitely I like to be I'm definitely a Jets fan. But I like I said, I'm not really into football.
You guys could be. You guys.
I want to work with the
you
New
could
York
get there.
Jets though, man, big time. Like I want to do this. I want to do the strange music, Chief shit. I want to do FBA, which is my shit.
Listen,
with the Jets one day. I'm manifesting.
I don't know that Tech9 or anyone else is going to sign off on a green and white strange music Jets jacket. I don't know.
They might.
I don't know. No way.
We might have to make out. No, that's just a dream. No, because we have FBA, which is basically like what we started before Strange and put out our first mixtapes through and everything.
Who, you?
And then me and my wife, and that's what we initially went to. Strange with is like, yo, we got FBA. We're trying to, and then
what's FBA?
FBA is Famous by Association.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah,
that was your independent label or what?
It's not a label. It's like a management company. Essentially, it was an imprint in order for us to be able to release music under by ourselves. Right, so when we first started,
you and Tara,
yeah, we had to get a publishing company. Okay. You have to do certain things and take certain steps. You know what I'm saying, to be able to do it.
You asked me before we cut the mics on, what's my goal?
Yeah,
I don't know how to think like that. You're thinking like this shit business, like
a lot of that is
all this other shit, like,
and a lot of that was
because I wasn't born on a treadmill.
Yeah, my fiance. Because I would say wife, and people are like, you know, your wife. She's not my wife yet.
I won't say that.
We are planning a wedding, but my fiance is a genius and really, really like cultivated a whole vibe in my hometown. like, you know what I'm saying, with Famous by Association. And we would sell out some venues, and we started making merchandise, and very small. Like, for,
all right,
but
you're going so fast through everything. Like, people know all this stuff. I don't know shit. You got a lot of stuff going on. What time? Do you have a time restriction?
No, we're good.
Are we here
good.
all night?
Early.
Are we good?
It's early.
Are you bored, Tara?
No, I'm listening.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, hold.
But,
What time is it? 9? What time do we?
9.
What time do we start recording? Do you know?
Maybe 8.
You guys want to take a real quick potty break, real quick?
Commercial break.
All
And
right.
we'll be back.
We'll be back
After these sponsors.
bitches. All right, that was 30 seconds ago. Whatever we were talking about, wipe it out of your brain, because we just did. We're starting something completely different. We were only gone 30 seconds, folks.
30 seconds. Yeah, that was a long 30 seconds.
All right, what do I believe in religion-wise, if a God or not?
Yeah.
I did the whole Christian, I believe that Jesus Christ died for my sins thing.
Okay.
I went to church every Sunday. I went to Bible studies every Wednesday. I made coffee for the entire church every Sunday morning. Like, I volunteered, did all of that stuff, prayed, read the Bible, got into it.
Right.
It just never really, I tried, but it just never really sank in with me. It never like sunk in. Like, I see these people and I'm like,
you wanted to try.
I did. I gave a real effort for years.
Interesting.
And I just couldn't, it just didn't hit me. My parents are big time into it, but I'm just like, is it just indoctrination?
Your parents are Christians?
Big time. But I'm like, is it indoctrination? Because if you raise a kid in any kind of religion, what do you think is going to happen to that kid? They're going to believe in that God and that religion. It's an indoctrination. Kids are malleable. They'll believe. My fucking daughter still believes in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. It's amazing and innocent, and it's like, of course.
How old is your daughter?
She's 7.
Do you think at 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, like, she'll watch this episode ever? Do you think your daughter would ever watch your podcast?
I hope my kids, if I die tomorrow, eventually watch every single episode I have.
That's awesome.
When they're like
Old enough to
35.
Yeah, when they're old enough to really like,
I think
absorb
35 where they've lived some fucking life.
Right.
Like, if they watch it at 18 or 19, like, what the fuck was Dad doing?
Yeah.
Dad's drinking whiskey in front of all these people and getting loud
But
and
that's
laughing.
okay, because I feel like you come from a Christian background, so sipping whiskey is frowned upon. And you said big time.
No. That's not frowned upon. That stuff's not. But getting.
I mean, we sip wine in the church for real.
For sure. Well, it depends on the church.
Shit.
But now I don't. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Have you had any kind of psychedelic experiences? Mushrooms, DMT, acid?
Yes, just mushrooms. I'm super scared of DMT and even acid. I'm scared of that for some reason. I'm just scared of it. But mushrooms for sure. Yeah, I have a song called Mushrooms on my last album.
Okay.
And
I'm familiar with some of your work, not all of your work. Forgive me.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's a weird.
Ooh, I want to ask you a question about one of your songs, but I don't want to derail all of this.
All right, go ahead. You can derail it. I like the songs. I like the music. That's my thing. But yeah, fucking psilocybin. I definitely like, and I've enjoyed on probably a handful. Probably
Alan
I can
Wayne
still
is
probably
in the
count on one
building.
hand. Maybe 10 times I've tripped on mushrooms, maybe a little more, but like I've had a great time every time. I like mushrooms. I like it too much where I'm like, bro, get that away from me. I'm gonna take that every day and I'm just gonna walk around.
Yeah. I believe in some wild.
That's probably not a good idea. So I try to stay away, but I love the vibes for sure.
I really used to fuck with, and I don't put it out of the realm of possibility and could be more of a possibility. I'm into simulation theory, which is, I don't know if you're familiar, but basically this is a computer where you're living in a computer like the game Sims.
Yeah.
Or
I see the
people
glitches.
say
I
the
see the
Matrix.
glitches and shit sometimes. Like the glitches online. They show the glitches in reality.
I don't believe shit I see online.
Yeah, I don't believe anything I see, but I love to look at it. Like everybody loves to look at that shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you ever see that meme? It's like sometimes I just watch people build pools in India for at 3 a.m. Like we all do that. And that's fucking weird in itself. But anyway, yeah. I feel like as far as living in a simulation, we have plenty of movies like The Matrix or The Truman Show, which is
kind of
like I love The Truman Show for some reason.
Get up on that mic, my man.
Yeah, I love The Truman Show.
Oh, look at that sexy voice.
I had to proclaim
ladies
that.
and gentlemen.
But
that beautiful voice.
Yes.
That's why strange
I'm
music.
back.
Listen to that thing.
Yeah.
The dulcety tones of Jehry.
Welcome back,
Robinson.
No, but the
we got something good.
Yeah, The Truman Show is like a
that's
alternate reality type shit. I know what you're saying, but in a simulation, in that
like
way
15
of like
when that movie came out.
In that, but in that vibe, that's like what you're saying, right? Like we're in a simulation. This is bullshit. Like someone's watching it or someone's directing it, right?
Not directing it, just that this is.
What if it like
a computer simulation?
I'm really cynical and shit like this. Like, what if it all just like this is what it is, guys? It's incredible. Your heart, it beats every day. You don't really do anything to continue that. You like even we fuck it up. We're drinking whiskey and shit, right?
Don't shame us.
And then tomorrow,
don't shame us.
We expect
Jehry.
We expect our heart to continue to beat and then make our brain think thoughts. And for you make podcasts and for me make songs. We expect that to happen every day.
Yeah.
So okay, cool.
It's going to.
Even if we're living in a simulation or whatever, it's like that could be real. I get the premise of it, but even if it is, it's just like, bro, that's what it is then.
Exactly.
That's my
right. It doesn't matter
like,
whatever it is. Whatever it is,
fucking is what it is,
How
bro.
How weird is it though?
Gives a shit. It's like if we're in a simulation,
bro.
Then
Hold
like,
on.
Then like
hold
some
on.
of the people in the simulation do cool
Tara,
shit.
This is some wild shit. This is wild.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend this isn't a simulation and you do have your own life outside of what happens when you leave this studio.
Right.
You are living like your life. You are actually like, fuck, dude, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, man.
I don't even know, you know what I mean? But I'm proud of you.
I got a lyric that says,
like when somebody fucking figures it out, like you are living your dream. So the person that hooked us up to do this podcast was pretty random, but she told me I met
really
this
random.
guy that does pizza food trucks.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, oh shit,
no,
I was into that. Hold on,
I was promoting my boys pizza food truck
do
from
not
Long Island.
cut me off. How dare you?
Go on.
So I'm like, oh my god, I am into. I would love that. I've had, like I said, I had the Hell's Kitchen Chef Jay on. Shout out Chef Jay. Was on Hell's Kitchen. Had him on a couple times. I'm into that shit. I was like, ooh, I would love to talk about. He's from New York. He's doing New York pizza. I'm like, oh, I definitely want to talk to this dude. His name is like Jehry Robinson. I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute. Jehry, Jehry Robinson's like, yeah, he does pizza. I was like, he's like signed with Strange Music, right? Like he's like a legit fucking rapper. Like
that's what I was saying
and then I was like, I don't even care about his rap. I do want to talk to you about his pizza, but I haven't even gotten to that yet.
So Bekenzo _Mo on Instagram, social media, is one of my best friends in the world, Chris Iorio. He started a pizza truck in Long Island, had it for years. It's like the coolest shit. Like the best pizza in my hometown is on this truck. He has a brick oven in the truck. Yeah,
wow.
A brick
oven in a vehicle.
Yes, like an
that
old
is not
school.
legal. Is he doing this black market?
No. This is fully.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yo, my man.
How can you have a brick oven next to a fucking gas vehicle?
No, because it's in a trailer. To be specific, it's in a trailer.
Still,
so
I'm
like
freaking out, man.
No, so it's in a trailer, right?
Okay.
Like a trailer you put on the back of a truck.
Okay.
You go there. The brick oven is live. It's going
awesome.
all day. It's just fire going all day. He throws it in. Within like 20 seconds, the pizza is cooked because that's the real like Neapolitan Italiano way
Like
to
1,200 degrees or some wild
it
shit
cooks
like that.
in like 90 seconds or maybe even, he probably gonna kill me for whatever it is. That's not my thing. That's his thing. But yes, when I met Brooke, I was like, yeah, he's coming here, and we were so excited that he was fucking launching. You know what I'm saying? And he's been here a couple months now, and he's killing it.
Wait,
man.
he is here? What is the name exactly?
He is at the what is it? It's in the Gold Star. No, not Gold Star. Hold on. It's a gymnastics center in Kansas City, and he's in the he's on the side in the parking lot. Hey, dude, people come there. Say it again. What is it? Pulse.
Hold on.
Is
We
it
gotta
Pulse?
we
It's not
gotta
Pulse.
plug this guy better than this, my
First
man.
off, all you got to know is at Brakenzo _Mo, M-O.
Okay.
Because he's in Missouri. So he took it from New York. He still got his trucks in New York, but he moved out to Missouri.
Why?
Because we were just vibing, and I was like, bro, you got to come out to Missouri, whatever. And then he started looking into it or whatever, and he loves it here, man. He loves it here.
He's just doing the food truck?
Yeah, dude, he's killing it right now.
I fucking love
Gage.
that.
Gage Gymnastics Center
My
in Blue
dog.
Springs. You might know of it. Is that what's going on here? Gage Gymnastics Center in Blue Springs. He's out there, and also he does like private parties though. Like he does.
It's a food truck. Is it black with flames on it? Red flames on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? You can picture it right
I've
off the
seen
highway.
it before.
Right off the
I
highway.
thought it was like
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
That's-
Honestly, I've seen it before and I was like, oh, I don't know what that is. It sounds and looks like it's a Brazilian food truck or something.
No, it is Brakenzo. It is it's actually all of his kids' names tied together. That's the name. Like,
oh, dude.
Yeah. So all of his kids tied together creates Brakenzo. He started it in Long Island. He's killing it right now. And he was killing it in New York, so he just kind of expanded. It's almost like a franchise at this point.
Holy
because
shit.
Yeah, because
I'm
he's
very excited,
He's
Jehry.
super popular in New York, and then he decided to expand it to come to Kansas City.
Where does he get his dough from?
I'm
his
not giving
flour.
up his secrets, dog. Come on, I don't know that answer. You gotta talk to him. Maybe you can have him on. But yeah, he is, dude. It is the best pizza you will ever have in your life. Like I told him, I was like, yo, if you brought that pizza to Kansas City, people will go crazy. And I mean, it's been going crazy, man. He's killing it. So like, shout out to Brakenzo.
All right, Brakenzo, listen.
That's it.
There's this place I love going to. I go to it all the time. It's in the Crossroads district of Kansas City. It's called Parlor. It's a 2-story bar with about 8 different street-style restaurants inside of it. Right now, there's an open slot, it looks like. I was there yesterday, and there's an open space for a restaurant and a pizza place in that place. They've tried it before, and it hasn't lasted, or they've moved on. But hey, Brakenzo, think about that. Think about that Parlor.
Gage Gymnastics Center. Like if you go, go look up the schedule. But they will serve you a full pizza, a personal pizza, within 90 seconds in a brick oven.
What flavor do we get?
I mean, dude, they got everything.
But what do you like? What do you get when you go?
There's a
Margarita?
Absolutely. There's a margarita that is like, I would get the margarita if I was you. But most, like my girl, she's very particular. She'll take like a plain. You can get a plain. I mean, bro, I don't just co-sign shit. I'm from New York. Like, you got to be like the shit. Like, if I'm saying like, if I'm putting my name on it, then it's like, it's got to be the best. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just run around here and just throw my name on everything. But
I love that.
Yeah, that's
I'm so excited.
That's my best friend. What'd you say, babe? Say it one more time. You don't have to
yell.
Oh, she said the garlic knots. Go try the garlic knots and get yourself a margarita pizza at Brakenzo. It's at Brakenzo _Mo. M-O for
That's
resort.
how.
If you in KC, come on.
If you're in
bro.
Kansas City, everybody, Gage is on I-70.
That's right.
In Blue Springs around.
My man already know. That's it. Dude,
it's past Woods Chapel. Like
it'll blow your mind.
Maybe one exit past Woods Chapel.
Yeah. And like, I'm not in Kansas City as much as I like to be, so I miss it actually. I gotta go get myself a pie. You know what I mean?
Can we take one more break? I gotta piss
Yeah,
like
me
a
too.
Russian racehorse.
Let's go.
All right, we got this whiskey. We just took another pee
Yeah.
break. I just gifted Jehry a guitar.
Oh, is that real deal?
Yeah, that's a real deal.
All right,
Take
so
it.
I will write a song on your guitar because it reminds me of when I first started back in the game.
All right.
And the guy that I first started with, having I won't say that like the first guy in my band or whatever had this guitar, and I don't know if it's cool or not, but I feel inspired, so I will write a song. I will take you up on it.
Do it. Write a song.
I like
burn it. Try to break it. Like I don't care. Enjoy it. It's yours.
God bless, man. Thank you.
So you've done some music with all different people.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any something with Jelly Roll?
You know, man, Jelly Roll is the homie.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
What's that story? I can't
Honestly,
even
man.
do it. I can't even be genuine. Jehry, I tried to pull it off like I was genuine. I couldn't even do it. We talked about it. Tell me your Jelly Roll story, my man. I tried. I'm not an actor.
But at the end of the day, man, like let's be transparent, man. Jelly Roll has become the biggest one of the biggest artists in the world, right?
Right now he's in the
So if you want to mention Jelly Roll in your podcast, you don't have to feel ashamed about it. I feel like Jelly Roll would be honored that you wanted to mention him on this podcast. You know what I mean?
I'd love to have him on this podcast. I don't think I have a chair big enough for him, but I would buy one for him.
Well, God bless, man. I think he's losing some weight. I seen him the other night at the Grammys. I think he's actually getting on some health shit. But yeah, man, that dude fucking changed my life.
Really?
We did a song called Daddy Issues, and that was on my 2020 album, and it was like a song about my niece that was super personal to me. He came in the studio and like literally fucking he heard it in Strange Land. Shout out to Tech9 and FaceTime me the night before the record was due to like release. Like we had to submit it and was like, I didn't think he was gonna be on it. And then he FaceTimed me. I have it on video. He was like, yo, I got that verse, Bubba. And he came through with this verse. Also a little like singing part that he made. It was incredible. So we mixed it and we got it done in like a day. And then the Son of a Senator, he took me on like 12 dates. And it was incredible, dude. This was right when like Save Me, you know what I'm saying, really like took over the whole world and shit like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So I feel like it was just, I'm still like lingering off some of the things that I've experienced with Jelly. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the things, that's what keeps me going. Watching that dude just elevate every day. You know what I'm saying? He's 40 years old.
It's got to be inspirational to see
bro.
that someone that's not like a young cat. Like he's been in the game for a minute,
and he'll tell you that
put
shit
in his time.
Yeah,
like nobody knew. He was like talking about like what popping pills with Lil White and just like
shout out Lil White,
wild out
shout
there.
Shout out Lil White, man.
You know what I mean?
Legend,
and now all of a sudden he's like on all these he's on all the podcasts you ever heard. He's talking in front of all these politicians trying to make real change.
Yeah.
And like what a comeuppance for just a dude like that. Like I wonder if that's something he even like. Is that something you think about? Could even be a possibility. Like the more you blow up, the more you're coming up with Strange and Tech9 living.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, is there some kind of like if you get elevated to a level where you're talking in front of Congress and all these politicians?
Yeah.
Like, is there any kind of like something that hits home to you that you just want to like put out there and like we need this?
Honestly,
like, help.
The craziest shit is I've lost like best friends. I've lost my cousin. I've lost so many people to fentanyl. So like to see him doing that, it's like, bro, that's like everything that I could imagine that I would do with his platform right now. He just does. And it's like, how could, and I already love him because I can't even.
And he's not even doing it
express
for
the gratitude.
Like, he's
no,
doing
he's
it
not.
for like, he's doing it for the real thing.
That's just, that's
he's
just.
Like, I have a voice. I can actually maybe make a difference and help these fucking people out.
Yeah, like that's just him honestly trying to use the platform he's built. He built a stage of people that look at him So what is he going to say? And I saw him on a podcast recently. He said when he gave that speech at the CMTs, he's like, it went super viral, but he's like, I have this, whatever it is, 20 seconds or, 1 minute to say something. And he waited his whole fucking life for all those eyes to be on him. And he used it so good, like so wisely. And that,
who would do that? That's a special
most
kind of
people
person.
don't.
If you exactly, if you think about that, what kind of person would do that? Because a lot of people I know would take their 15. Not that Jelly Roll only has 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah,
but
I would argue that he's gonna be here for a long time.
This is his top. Like if anything falls apart right now, he's at the peak. Yeah. If he only gets 15 minutes of fame, he's at the peak right now. And if you think like that, he's taken his peakness and doing nothing but good for it. Where a lot of people might just take it for selfish reasons, be like, "Yo, I'm gonna pimp myself. I'm gonna be a Kim Kardashian type style." And just
he's out here talking to Congress,
but he's out there trying to make a real change.
Yeah, he's literally talking to Congress about fentanyl. And like you just said, what would I do? And I would.
Yeah, what would you do?
That's
something like
that's
that.
one of. I mean, obviously, it's one of the things, but that's probably one of the main things that I would draw attention to. If the spotlight was on me, I would say, "Here, look over here." And that's exactly what he's doing.
Look, I used to do cocaine in the late 90s. I wouldn't do it now because of the fentanyl.
Hey, man.
I mean, in other reasons, I'm a father, you guys.
The three guys in Kansas City that that recently were passed away, they were frozen outside that guy's house.
Yeah.
Some fentanyl. Dude, fentanyl, I mean, for someone to come up there and be like, bro.
Mac Miller, R.I.P.
Yeah, for real, man.
Tom Petty.
Like, for someone to really do that the way he did that recently is incredible. That's something that I aspire to do for sure. And and really seeing him, people like seeing him on a podcast or seeing him on all these platforms, that's the guy. So that's the guy that I know. So people are like, "Oh, you went on tour with him. What's he like?" I'm like, "You seen him. He's on the Joe Rogan. That's it. That you met him.
Listen, man.
That's him. Like he's not, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even on the bad days when it's raining and shit is going wrong, like that's the guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy to see him.
Did your whole life you wanted to be a paid rapper?
Yeah. Yes.
And that's what you are.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, I want to be more paid and I want to have more things, but yes.
Fuck that. What's that like?
Rapper,
like that's what you do.
That's what I always wanted to do. I literally loved just learning every little curve of Eminem and Jay-Z and Big L back in the day. Like I just wanted to rap good and I wanted people to be like, "Yo, that's just fire." And then where I'm from, if it's not fire, you just risk your whole reputation.
All of your shit is pretty fucking fire.
Thank you. You said you had a song question.
Fuck. You start out with Candy Paint.
Candy Paint.
Independence.
Right.
Are you talking about Independence, Missouri, or what do you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Shout out 12th Street, my man Willie T, Tay Diggs, like all these guys who are like
Tay
legendary.
Diggs, for real.
Tay Diggs, that's my brother, bro. So these guys are legendary, right? Like 12th Street.
Tay Diggs is legendary.
12th Street is some of the guys that I have met out here,
right.
and via tech.
Well, that's why I'm like, oh shit.
I saw this culture of like this guy, my boy Willie, like he'll be out there barbecuing on a summer day. They got the 64 Impalas, the fucking Cadillacs, the candy paint, the Dayton rims, like shit. So in New York,
Nolan Road,
that's not my culture.
Nolan Road was the strip back.
I believe
day.
It. Yeah. I believe it. I bet you Willie was over there with his shit.
I promise.
And
you
like
he was.
that to me, I've never seen that. That's like a foreign culture to me from New York. So when I see the Cadillacs,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm like, this is so cool. I felt like I was in a fucking music video. I just went up there to like, hang out for a second. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. So Candy Paint really comes from me being like, wow, this is cool. This is a vibe. And then my homie Dominique Sanders, who actually produced for Mac Miller, dude, a ton of people, legend in the game, legend out here in KC. Shout out Dominique Sanders. He did my song Cancellations.
Hey, man.
Yeah, he did Everything's on Fire. He did a lot of records with me. So.
Do you got any beef with anybody?
Do I got any beef with
Like,
anybody?
you ever put out a diss track ever?
Nah.
Has anybody put a diss track on you?
Yes, definitely. You could probably find a few diss tracks on Jehry Robinson. I would say somewhere in the world.
Anybody like
there was a
noteworthy or
fan
just-
one time that put out a diss track.
Fans don't count.
He was mad that I didn't like answer, but he wasn't really a rapper. But like, yeah, when I was younger,
All right, Stan.
When I was younger, there was this website, and it was called like Lyricist Lounge or Lyrical Lounge. It's gone. It's not there. But you used to be able to upload like MP3s, and we used to all diss each other, everybody every week. So like when I was in 9th, 10th grade, yeah, it was like, bro, this dude dissed you, and it would be fucking traumatizing. Like you get home
Dude,
from
I'm
school.
not talking 20 years ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. It ain't that long ago, man. Fuck, man. But that's how it started. Like it was like a diss track. But no, nothing like serious. Nothing. No big rappers really. I don't have an issue with anybody.
Why
like,
not?
I just like.
Are you into
I don't
that?
care enough to have an issue with you. Like if like I'm from.
Would there?
You ever watch A Bronx Tale?
I don't remember it. I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
So in The Bronx Tale, the father tells his son he likes the Yankees. He's like the kid's a big Yankee fan. He's like, listen, I'm gonna paraphrase, but he's like, these guys paying your rent. Do these guys give a fuck about you, Mickey Mantle?
I do
Right?
remember that,
Right? It's
yeah.
like iconic. The Bronx Tale. I always live. Like, get the fuck out. If you are not contributing to my well-being, and you have an opinion, I'll hear it. But I don't give a fuck what you just said, because I have to go out here and I have to survive. I have to win. I have to build what I'm building. Whatever you just said, but yo, I'll tell you what, if you're a promoter in any city in the whole entire world, and right in the whole entire world, internationally, if you want to come book Jehry Robinson and you got money to have me come,
I'm
and
coming
travel,
there.
I'm coming.
Right.
Not only am I coming, I'm
yeah.
going to bring the utmost respect to you.
Of course you are.
I'm going to take care of everything I got to take care of. But outside of that, if you have an opinion or you say something, it's like, dude, you're not paying my rent, bro. You know what I mean? I don't. So that's like that New York, A Bronx Tale mentality.
There's no one would there be anybody you would want to like
I don't
just
care.
start how about just like let me just kind of be a villain for a hot weekend.
Nah, I'm not
You
a
know
villain.
what I mean?
If anything,
like, let me just hey, how about this?
If anything,
so hold on.
Go ahead.
You got Jehry with an H,
right?
And you got Jehry that's writing fucking novels. Hold on, let me see. Give me some. Give me Jerry.
Beef.
Give me Jehry that's like, he comes out once every 4.5 years, and he's like, I'm just gonna blindside.
I'll tell you what.
Sociopathic, like murder somebody and just come at some random dude, like for no reason, just start random, like just a diss track on some random dude, like fuck you, I'm coming at you, just for like serial killer. Like a serial killer just goes randomly
maybe like
at a grocery
maybe
store.
Like Diddy or something, because like he let me down, like I said before. But like, bro, I don't care. Look, that would be a lot. What you just said, if I was to be like, man,
like,
fuck
how
this
about
person,
this?
That's a lot of energy. My energy is like, bro, I'm gonna die at some point.
All right, but don't make it like
we gotta put our energy into great.
I understand that.
I really
like,
don't. Like if I like rappers or something, like if I don't like or.
It's like pulling heel, like in wrestling. Like, how about this? Take 10 different random rappers,
right,
and then assign a number 2 through 10, and then roll 2 dice. And whatever that number comes up, that's the rapper you have to just start beef with. It's like Tyler the Creator, and you just do like a whole diss track on Tyler the Creator.
I mean, I thought a diss track growing up, like I used to make a diss track on everybody, bro. I didn't care.
There you go.
So yeah, so like I think there's a competitiveness to hip hop that we lost. That like I could say anybody, any rapper in that regard that you just said, because it's like, bro, if anyone wanted to diss me, I'm a come back or whatever. Especially if they're of stature, where I'm like, damn, this motherfucker really came at me. There's no way.
You're too good of a guy. No one's gonna come after you.
No, it's not. It's not
That's
true.
the thing. I think so. You're a really
Thank
good
you.
dude.
I appreciate
your
that,
music's
but-
amazing. It's positive.
But
You-
I don't. Yeah, I don't have
it's-
anyone that I'm like.
Right.
I don't have. Like
I know
a
you don't.
vendetta.
That's why I'm saying
You know what?
fake it like a wrestler.
No, but the world, every person
Yeah.
that ever thought that what I was doing wasn't serious. Every person
Yeah.
that looked at me and said, "Yo, this kid's crazy," or "Yo, what's he doing? He's trying to make an album." Like, oh my God, like that. You know what I mean? Like people talk shit. Like whether we like to admit that or not, people talk shit. So the people closest to you, your brother-in-laws, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, they say shit about you, right? And we're not comfortable with that, and it hurts us, and it really, really diminishes our self-value, right?
yeah.
When your aunt tells you that this is crazy, you shouldn't do this, or she doesn't even say that. You hear that from your other aunt, who's, you know what I mean, who's telling you she told her that.
I've
Like,
never really
no
had
one-
that.
No, you never had that?
No.
See, in New York,
I've always
we
been
just
around
say what the
positive
fuck we
people.
mean.
I've never been around people that are like, you can't. I mean,
Yeah, well, so here's this thing, right? And this is like a cynical way.
I've
of
had
looking
toxic
at it.
relationships where they've ended up like that.
Yeah.
With people that love me or in my circle.
But you don't think anyone has anything bad to say
Oh,
about
people
you.
got bad things to say
Fake.
about me.
Right. Exactly.
But they're not my
you just
friends.
Choose to not.
No,
we just
they're
choose
not my
to think
friends and they're not my family, so I don't care. Like you're just okay.
Well-
you're not in my like. You're nobody.
Well,
Okay,
here's
say
the-
whatever you want. I don't.
This is some stuff that like I always say that no one likes to hear, right? And I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw this article, and it said that if you had an interrogation room where it was like a mirror where you couldn't see the other people, this was just a window, but they could see you, right? They could see you. This was just a mirror. They could see you. And now you had 6 of the closest people to you that you love, that you respect, that you think wouldn't say a bad thing about you. You got 6 of the closest people, right? If you put right now, your head's going like, oh, it'd probably be
I
Johnny,
am.
Timmy, Diane, and whatever, right? So like you put them in the room and you're watching them and they don't know that you will ever hear this. There's at least 2 of those people that you will never talk to again. Now, is this true? No way. This is some crazy shit.
No way.
This is some cynical, horrible shit, right?
They could say the worst things about me. And
But
I'd
I
still
saw this thing and
understand.
I was like, dude, you know, there's some truth to it. So
I'd
I've
be
even
like- I'd be like,
been
yeah.
in instances where people that I trusted that I thought were solid, like, you know, I mean, I would bet everything on them. And I've overheard them in conversation where I've been like, wow, that's not the energy or that's not what you articulate your vision of me to
like
me.
what?
So
Give me an
the
example.
The guy that says, man, this is
Because if it's
incredible.
constructive,
Right. Well,
I can handle that.
constructive is fine, but we're
I
talking
might not
about,
like it.
We're talking about people who say, oh man, that's great. You're doing a podcast. Incredible, dude. Let me know if I could do anything to help. And then you hear them and they're talking to someone else and they're like, he's doing a podcast. He's a fucking idiot. He's going to fail.
Oh, I
It's
expect that
terrible."
all the time. That's
Right,
fine.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah. Oh, just fakers?
right.
Oh, yeah,
So-
yeah. You
so
got to
under-
realize
just,
the fakers
just
are.
understanding.
But
But
listen,
these
if you
might
got
be but
6
these might be the people that are closest to you, and you're buying
Oh.
it. Now you're buying it. You're buying that they're with you. They're riding with you. So
Kind
that's
of.
a cynical way to look at it.
Kind of, but I might also be like, I understand why. He might not want to hurt my feelings.
That's
Maybe
fair.
he's saying he doesn't want to hurt my feelings.
That's
he loves
fair.
me so much.
And that's a
maybe
judgment call.
He's a weak dude.
Yeah.
If you're afraid to
That-
hurt my feelings, you're weak.
That's
Hurt
a-
my feelings. Be honest with me, because
That's what
you're
I'm
holding
on.
me back.
That's what I'm on.
Tell me I'm doing
Tell
something.
me-
wrong.
tell me the
my
real.
cameras need to be moved. Tell me I need better cameras. Tell me I need better microphones.
Tell me the real.
Tell me I interrupt too much. Tell me
Yeah.
whatever it is you need to do, and I'll take that.
Right.
Don't be a bitch and tell me I don't need a yes man.
Well, that's the problem.
I need a
It's-
real man.
It's not that
Like-
they have the issue. It's that they tell you that everything's good.
Right, but then
and
they're
then they
talking
go
shit.
out to the world. You want the opposite. You want the guy who tells you you're a piece of shit.
I'm not gonna
And then
hang
when
out-
you overhear him talking about you, he's like, man, that he's amazing, and I'm so proud of him. And he started his podcast, and it's gonna be the biggest thing in the world. But meanwhile, to your face, he's like, man, you suck. No, you suck, dude. That interview sucked. Right? You want that guy. You want the guy that's out there in the world rooting for you.
Yeah.
But he's fucking with you. The guy
Right.
who's telling you that everything's cool and then going out in the world and saying shit, those people we need to learn to eliminate. And a lot of people have those people in their life. The most meaningless relationship is not a toxic one or a good one. It's the one that you're
the real one.
In the middle. No, the one you're in the middle with. The one you're like, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to their birthday party or their whatever, but I feel compelled like I have to. Right. And it's not good. It's not bad. They're not hurting you. They're not helping you. But you just gotta fucking go. But you don't really have that connection. Cut that shit out. And people are like, that's offensive because that's my cousin or that's my best friend. Really, if
time is the most precious commodity on earth.
Right. So if you're not really connecting with that person anymore,
right,
it's time to go.
I'm sorry, but my time is very precious and I have to spend it wisely.
Yeah. And sometimes you may feel that way with your significant other, your wife or your husband or whatever. But sometimes that's like, all right, maybe you could work that out. Sometimes you can't. But that's worth taking that time to say, all right, I feel like this is draining every time we talk. I hate this. All right, let's work it out because we have whatever. We have this bond or whatever. Sometimes that's not the case.
You want more whiskey?
Yeah, sure. But with friends and with especially business colleagues, if someone is draining your energy, fuck them. And that right there is controversial.
When's the last time you've seen him drink this much?
It's been a minute.
Yeah?
Am I crazy drunk? I'm getting drunk on the podcast, man.
Can I pee one more time?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
And I have one more segment or whatever you want to call it. All right, hold on. All right, welcome back again for the 17th time. The whiskey.
Probably had like an hour and a half
drank,
at least.
We put some fucking whiskey down, Jerry.
Yeah, I like it.
We put some whiskey down.
I like it. This is rare form for me. Like if
you're kicking my camera.
Because I got fans. Like there's people that are watching this right now that are like, they watch whatever interview I do. And guys, I fucking love you. But Jerry is probably a little rare form right now. At this point in the interview, you might get a little rare form going on. Because my boy provided the whiskey tonight. But that's what he does. This is his dream to podcast, drink some fucking whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Rogan does it and he makes fucking $500 million. Why can't you do it? You know what I mean?
Half that would be fine. I think I'm worth
Shout
half
out
that.
to you. Yeah, fucking love. Yeah, half that. We'll leave it there. But yeah, what were we talking about where you were like, oh, hit the fucking button?
Well, help us out.
What forget?
The tribe. So you were inducted into the tribe.
Yeah,
oh.
Bright Singing Eagle.
Bright Singing.
I was inducted into the Blackfeet Indian tribe in Montana.
Okay. I was just kind of wondering, like,
we were just talking about being like the fans or whatever. Like that's
the fan, like how. I've talked. I try not to get pigeonholed into like Kansas City's rap podcast because I have I don't want to be pigeonholed. Yeah. I have all kinds of people on.
I'm not a rapper, man.
But I do talk a lot of artists, musicians, rappers, like that type of thing. Like, but they're all the musician types leaning people. They all want to make it. They all want to try and get there. You're from New York. You're signed to Strange. Like, how? Like what made you stand out? Because I know a lot of talented people that aren't signed or aren't looked at for whatever reason. Yeah. Like, what is it? Just luck, hard work plus luck. Like, how is it that? Like, what is there a secret sauce?
There's no luck.
What? How did you do it?
Luck is not a thing.
And how are you doing?
Luck isn't some.
You don't think luck's a thing?
No, luck isn't some.
Wow, okay. I like that.
Magical force that dances around and waits to bestow itself upon you.
I believe you.
Quote unquote.
I believe the same thing.
King of New York, Jay-Z. Okay, Jay-Z said luck isn't some magical force that dances around and waits to just find its way to you. Luck is not a thing. We are out here. We are driven to do certain things. We articulate those things in our mind. We articulate them through our speech. We tell people, and then we actually physically move on those things. So that is it. You know what I mean? That's anything I've done. And trust me, I haven't done nothing. I haven't done anything in my mind. People are like, bro, how'd you do? To me,
were you going to open
shout
mics?
Out to Tech9, shout out to Strange Music, shout out to every tour I've done. But we haven't done anything in the spectrum of what we are about to do. right? The way we were about to grow, the way I foresee the vision of what I'm about to do, it's like, bro, this is just literally the starting point. We're getting started. And I'm proud of it.
I see. I go to a lot of local shows because I love local hip hop. I support local hip hop. We've got a really good. Kansas City's got a scene.
Shout out Kansas City.
We do have a scene that people
Hell
haven't
yeah.
heard of. That's like
Scar
an
the
Alan
Monster,
Wayne, Scar the
Alan
Monster,
Wayne,
sure.
Dutch Newman.
Casey Young Boss.
Yeah.
And then we got
yeah.
legends like, Rich the Factor. And
Bro, Rich the Factor
the
is
Popper.
a legend. The Popper is a legend. My man Sully 4Q. I don't even want to start naming people because there's so many
You're gonna
people
leave
to
a bunch
name.
out for
People
sure.
are going to get mad at me, be like, bro, you didn't name me. But, hey, I've been following. I've been watching out here. There's a lot going on. Kansas City is
Oh,
special.
do you fuck with Ubiquitous? UBI?
Oh, hell yeah, man. UBI is a
I could see you guys doing something.
That guy is really like a technically great rapper.
Yeah.
And that's hard for me to say. I don't say that often. That dude could rap.
All right, so how did you go? So you're talented, whatever. Were you doing open mics? Like, how do you get to the point of rapping in the schoolyard at 13 with your cousins saying, "Yo, this boy can spit,
Right.
he can
Put me on the
freestyle, like
spot."
put me on, like whoever,
Right.
like he got you." Like, how do you go from there to then all of a sudden Tech9 and Travis are like, "Yo, why don't you come move to Lee Summit or wherever and like join Strange Music and come to Strangeland?"
So a lot of hardship. A lot of late nights in the studio, right? A lot of
pull it closer, man.
A lot of doubting myself.
Like
a lot of late
you're
nights in the
denying,
studio.
You're denying my listeners of that sexy,
Yes.
deep, dulcet tone
My bad.
voice of
My bad.
this is Jerry.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of late nights in the studio. A lot of focus.
But so many rappers have that. So like, what is it? Like, how did you get there?
So we would stay in the studio for night after night. We would make these records, and I would produce them, and I would like mix them. I'd make them all by myself, and then my now fiance Tara came in, and she was like, "Yo, what's the move?" And I told her, I was like, "Yo, we need to collaborate. Like, we're not gonna where we're at right now. We would release it even." Right on Spotify, we would release it. We would put it out. We do a show, and the whole fucking neighborhood is like, "Yo, Jehry Robinson, man, we fuck with him." I was like, "Man, y'all are really giving like that was dope." Like I would cry at my shows, bro,
man,
because like
that's
300
cool.
people would come.
That's fucking huge.
248 people, you know what I mean? Like would come, and they'd be like, "Bro, I'll give it to you, dog." You know what I'm saying? Mind you, man,
this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm on the cusp of fucking 30 years old. Like, I'm not a fucking young kid. It's like people are like, damn, I feel bad for this guy. This guy's still out here? He's still fucking making songs? Whoa, they're pretty good, right? So that's what my neighborhood became to know me as. Started showing up to the shows. Tara really was like, "Bro, we got to do this." So she came to me and she said, we're going to give them a CD. We're going to give them a CD. This is 2017 now. Because I said 2016 I was born. 2017, 2018. Tara said, "Yo, I'm going to give them a CD." And I was like, who's going to buy a CD? This is 2017. Nobody even fuck with CDs then. So I'm like, well, that's stupid.
The tail end of the
I'm
CD
like, yeah.
era.
I'm like, what are you, Master P? Like, get the fuck out of here, right? I was making fun of her. And she took every dollar we had. You know what I mean? And that's a little bit of an exaggeration because I wasn't like broke, but I was like tossing weed.
Right.
I was like selling fucking hydro and exotics, man. If you're from New York, you know what I just said. You can
Mr.
decode.
Nice
You can
Guy.
decode what I just said. If you're from New York and you sell weed back then, you got hydro and you got exotics.
I know what you mean.
So I was hustling weed, and she was bartending, and she was like spending all our money to print up CDs of my music. And I said, "You crazy lunatic.
Wow. Holy
You crazy lunatic."
shit.
but I liked it. I was like, I like it. You know, deep down, I
Dude,
knew she was right, but I was like, you
guys,
crazy,
this
crazy
is
bitch.
a guy. You neither one of you are real. You don't exist.
Nah.
This literally is a
Fucking
simulation, and you're in my fucking computer entertaining me. Thank you
love
for
it.
coming
Thank
and
you.
entertaining
Thank
me.
you.
This story
Yeah.
is not fucking real. It's a
Yeah.
fucking story in a novel.
Yeah, you can cut
up. A simulation god. I see you. Fucking hilarious.
You can cut up this. You can cut up this whole podcast. To
Yeah,
make it super
yeah.
entertaining.
Travis will be on in like a month and a half. Tech9's
Shout out
in
Travis
like 2
O'Gwen,
months.
the fucking
Sure.
goat. Listen.
Drake's in like 3 months
Drake's
from
in
now.
3 months. But listen,
and Jelly
but-
Roll in 4 months. Yeah,
That's
ha
right.
ha.
Man, I almost want to make it happen because he's such a fucking negative Nelly over there.
I'm just saying it's the
And
simulation.
Jelly Roll's
I
gonna
see
watch
you.
this and be like, "Bro, I'm gonna go on his podcast, and somehow he's gonna come to Kansas City and come to this fucking podcast." But
been
anyway,
here.
yeah. So Tara is a fucking genius. She was like,
I want
yo.
8-Ball and MJG.
She
If
was
I could
like,
put
yo.
it out there. 8-Ball and MJG.
But
Come on
mind
my
you,
podcast.
you little pussies at home listening that want to be entrepreneurs, you little Gen Z kids, right? Because mind you, bro, I just recently hit 30 years old. I'm a grown man, right? I'm a grown man.
You're
now.
a
I'm
grown
not
ass
in this
man.
bullshit. So it's like these Gen Z kids that want to be entrepreneurs. Mind you, when we put out our first mixtape,
Get on that mic so they can
album,
hear.
yeah, mind you, when we put out this first mixtape album to the Gen Z kids and everybody listening at home, right? We put it out with everything we had. Like I had $2,600, but we spent 24.
Wow.
And then we ate fucking ramen noodles, and I put out my mixtape, okay? And if you ain't ready to do that, and if you don't got that will in your soul, then you're not an entrepreneur, and this is not for you. Go work a good job. Go get a job at Wells Fargo. Go get a job at Bank of America.
Damn.
Go do your thing. God bless you. I support all jobs and all people that hustle to support, especially your dad, especially dads and moms. I love you. Take care of your kids. Yeah. That's my fucking message to the world.
Yeah,
take
get a
care.
vasectomy. Get a vasectomy, guys.
No, just take care of your children. If you have children, take care of them. I don't care if that's somehow that's about to be controversial or something.
Right.
I don't know. But take care of your children if you have children. That's my number one, right? Yeah. But honestly, go out and do your fucking thing. We could all take over the world, but we just sit around and we complain.
Oh, don't do that.
You know what I mean? And we spend
don't do that.
Sundays
Complaining don't get you anywhere.
Right. But
get out there and make it happen. Do something. If you're passionate about something, chase it. This life is short. If you only have a few hours a week, you take those few hours a week to yourself and chase your dream,
it's corny.
Whatever it is.
That's corny.
It ain't corny.
They're like, that's corny. It's like, I feel like younger.
It's not corny. It's weak. It's hard to do. And a lot of people want to take the weak way.
Exactly.
And just be like, you know what?
Exactly.
This show, this crime show, I really like. I'm going to watch this.
Right.
You know, like they just.
No, you could watch the crime show, but you could also be sewing a new article of clothing or making a song or doing whatever you want to do.
You got to go. You got to go into it.
I agree. But
you got to go into it.
But still, you can still do the things you like to do, but just focus on the things you love, the things you want to focus on, the things that you think could change the world, and do it. And I feel like it becomes more controversial to say things like, yo, get up, go to work, because there's no answer. There's no magical potion. If you ask Jelly Roll how would he do it, he had the worst fucking deals in history. He got fucked over this time. This guy stole something. This guy, he still made it to where he made it to.
Have you worked with Eminem?
I have not worked with Eminem, no.
Do you want to? Is that like your dream? Do you have a dream?
I mean,
collaboration.
I would never turn down a collaboration with Eminem, but
I'm sure.
I
who would
seek it either?
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I know a lot.
But like, do you have a dream collaboration you would like? I mean, you were saying earlier that's like he was one of your inspirations as a 13-year-old white kid trying to rap. Like, who doesn't look to him?
Of course.
Like, would that be? Was that ever a dream? Like, yo, I'd love to do.
Oh, for sure. I mean, dude, that's the reason I rap.
Is that like the top of the pyramid? Like
that? You know what's funny? That's the reason I rap. But right now, that wouldn't be my dream collaboration. You know, if that makes sense. Like, that's the reason that I even...
Do you have a dream collaboration?
Yeah, probably in hip-hop, J. Cole. J. Cole is my favorite rapper, hands down. Like, new school, I guess.
Cold.
whatever. I mean, he's old school now, I guess. But J. Cole is
Really?
one of the coldest. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But J. Cole is one of the coldest rappers of all time.
Well, I'm not gonna argue with that.
His ability to put the syllables together and the words, and like I pay attention
J.
to
Cole.
that. I like Corday. I don't know if you know Corday. If you don't,
I don't, but
look
I'll
and
get
see.
hip to him.
Yeah. I like.
I've named some.
Very few
You know what?
people.
If I heard, I bet you if you gave me some of this
Yeah.
up, I'd like, oh yeah, I've heard that before. I just didn't know that's who.
Yeah,
it was.
maybe not even because that's the world. That's the world. But it's like
I listen to a lot of shit.
he's out there doing his thing. But yeah, I like a lot of really like conscious hip hop sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's kind of my thing. Like conscious hip hop that's really trying to say something, really trying to construct the verse and pay attention to every syllable and every word. Like you said UBI earlier, like even UBI.
Yeah.
Great rapper.
Yeah.
Technically a great rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I enjoy that. But
Underrated.
but I haven't been listening to hip hop at all really lately. Like I just been on some like Noah Khan. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. You know what I'm saying? Like I like fucking Ash Nico. My girl be my man Ash Nico like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you know who that is. Mike Dean produces this girl. So, this is subcultures of shit. That is huge. There's gonna be an Ash Nico fan in the comments right now, like, yo, you don't know Ash Nico? You know what I'm saying? So
let me ask you this.
It's weird shit, you know what I mean?
So from New York to Kansas City, been in
Mhm.
Kansas City for 2.5 years. You say about.
Yeah.
Is there? How would I ask this? A responsibility or a respect or a need to maybe feel like you have to do something with like some local rappers, like, you know, I should really kind of tap in with some of the local guys that maybe aren't as known,
because
and kind of like do something with, maybe collab with them, maybe do something with them, like if and who, like, how do you get tapped in with the Kansas City local scene? Like, if you're interested in that.
No,
like,
that's definitely a fact. There's people that I have records with right now, like my man Young Scar. You know what I'm saying? Young Scar is like this motherfucker's just like Kansas City to its core to me. You know what I'm saying? I got on the record because it's some Kansas. Literally, the song's like this some Kansas City shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like the most
Killer
it's
City,
like
sir.
It's like some Rich the Factor. Killer City. Is that the name? What's the name of the record?
Killer City.
It is. I believe it's Killer City. The record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young Scar. So, not Young Scar. My man, Young Scar, and then you got Scar the Monster, which confused me in the beginning.
Yeah, we got.
But
a couple.
those two dudes
Yeah.
are legends out here, and I fuck with so many people that I'm like, yo, if I have a chance.
But like when you came here, was there
I
like
get
a
on a lot of
conscious
features.
effort with like, oh shit, I'm in a new city. Maybe I need to tap in and kind of see what the local scene is. Like maybe go to some
100%.
open mics or just kind of like how did you
Bro,
do that?
Like I went to the Ship in
Okay.
downtown.
but West Bottoms.
West Bottoms.
Yeah.
In West Bottoms. I went to the Ship and like watched like jazz musicians. I think my man Dominique Sanders was over there. And that's how he wound up producing a bunch of stuff that we done, you know, in the future from then. That was like 2021 maybe. But just literally went to like the jazz spots in Kansas City and like, you know what I mean? Just tried to catch the vibe. Even if it was like, oh man, we just kind of tired. We're going to chill in. Like, let's go out and just check out this jazz show.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean? And then finding people. But Joey Cool, who's on Strange Music, my homie, shout out Joey Cool. Like, he introduced me to a lot of his homies and shit too.
John Mike.
Yeah, like Scar the Monster, Tay Diggs.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't know those guys are like, they're legends out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole different
There's a little
culture.
scene out here. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole different culture out here, for sure.
But we got some fucking real ones out here.
Yeah.
Some very underrated.
Alan Wayne,
of course.
one of them. Yeah.
My
my man Young
Youngblood.
Cheddar and Topeka, my man Zane Driss. Like, who we got out here, man? I'm trying to think like of so many fucking people that I met out here. Dutch Newman. You know what I mean? There's like a
Young Cat.
right. There's not that many people that kind of congregate and come together in New York. It's not
Really?
the same way. No.
That's because it's so big, right?
Right. It's like a lot of division. There's a lot of cliques and shit. But like, I'm going to say all those people I just said. And like, Tech9 will give you a fucking dap on those people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's family.
Yeah, how did you get tapped in with him?
With
Is it
Tech9.
just, yeah, like,
Oh, okay,
was it
so
just
the story go.
sending
All right.
emails to him, like,
So
just
this is-
blowing them up?
This is where you could clip the thing, right?
Because should I've been thinking about doing it with my podcast, is
All
hitting
right.
up, like, Dave
So,
Portnoy.
Yeah.
Should I just, like,
But you need to
like,
start-
spam Dave Portnoy?
Yo, you
Like,
need to start clipping the things and making like little like TikTok. I'm not even on TikTok. My music just got banned from TikTok. That's a whole nother controversial subject we could talk about. But my music got banned from TikTok because we're Universal Music Group, technically.
Oh.
And a lot of fans are like, I thought you were strange music, you independent or whatever. It's like, no, it's, that's kind of like a realization of like, no, we're not. We're all kind of, we work together. You know what I'm saying? We work together. So like Universal Music is in a small way contributing to Strange Music's distribution. And because of that, my music is now not on TikTok. So that is just a
I got
fact.
so much I
You know
want
what
to talk
I'm
to you about.
saying?
We
Yeah.
could keep
No, that's a
fucking
real thing
going.
though. That's a real thing. My music is not on TikTok anymore because of my my involvement.
Like, yeah, I
with
want to
Strange Music.
know. God damn, I got so many questions for you, Jerry.
But-
Like, I don't know that we're probably gonna have to run this
What-
back.
What was the question? Whatever
Who
you got,
knows?
man.
I got all kinds of questions.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I was wondering how you got tapped in with Strange,
Yeah.
but then I'm thinking, like, is the dream to get signed by a label or be an independent, like a Young Dolph? R.I.P. Like, no,
R.I.P.
don't go like that, but like to get independent, like he can say to all the
Alright.
labels, like, fuck off. Like,
Part-
I'm making money. Like,
Part A, how I got signed to Strange Music, right? I was in a position where we would do these shows, and I told you before, like 300 people would show up in my neighborhood, right? And it got kind of to a point where I was like,
So
man,
cool.
this is kind of happening, man. Like these people are really connecting.
Mm-hmm.
And my fiance now, but my girlfriend at the time, was like, yo, running this whole shit, putting these shows together. She was like, yo, this is culturally going to be a movement in our area where we're from. And it really got to that point where I felt like it's either going to go to the next level or this is it. This is what we're doing. So it was after a show. We just did a show. We sold out 300 people in our hometown.
fucking
It was
cool.
our goal. We won.
That's
We
so
were
cool.
champions. Like I felt like I won a fucking Grammy that night.
So cool.
Right? But I'm pacing around and I don't know what to do. So I go on YouTube and I type in inspirational music stories, whether that be Paul McCartney and the Beatles, whether that be Puff Daddy, who brought the dick, whatever. But whether that be Puff Daddy and Biggie Smalls, Rolling Stones and Richard Branson, I just wanted an inspirational music story because I felt like although we just killed it and sold out all those tickets, we ain't shit and we ain't never gonna be shit, right?
Brooke.
Yeah. So, what up, y'all?
Oh my gosh. You look like you've had some fun tonight.
What's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. That's Tara. That's my fiance, Tara. We just spilled a drink.
I love your hair.
Don't say we.
I mean me. Yeah, but
You want to?
I don't know. Yeah,
You want some more?
you could if you like, but I don't even know where I was.
It doesn't matter
We can
where
cut.
you are.
We can cut and edit. But do you remember?
Oh my god, the fans, those of you that are brave enough to stay this long and listen this long, you are the real ones out there. What were
Right.
we talking about? I don't remember. We've been all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, man. I know I
Thank
just met you, but I'm really proud of you
Thank
to
you.
see somebody.
Thank you. Oh, we were just talking about the come up. That's
The
literally
independence,
it. Literally
independence
it.
to the strange
The-
music. Like,
The
yeah.
amount of people that
Oh, you were watching the inspiration.
right. I was
Yeah.
watching the inspirational
Distracted.
videos. Right. Sometimes I'll be watching podcasts and I'll be like, I remember what they were talking about, but the two podcast people don't. And I'm like, you fucking bastards, get to it. I was listening, right? So I'm giving you guys that. But I was watching the YouTube clips, Master P, Richard Branson, all of these musical inspirational stories. And Tech9 and Strange Music and Travis O'Gwen popped up on Forbes. And they had this tiny little 8-minute documentary. And I watched it and I was so invigorated, dude.
Wow.
Dude, I was set on fire.
Wow.
I said, this is it. I don't want to be Puff Daddy or some shit. I want to be these guys, Travis O'Gwen and Tech9. I didn't really know who they were.
Wild.
I've heard of Tech9 because he's a fucking legend.
Right.
Everyone's like,
Sure.
and I've heard a verse. I heard the song, Am I a Psycho? When I was a kid. That was a shit.
That's the one?
Yeah, there was a few songs. But I didn't really know Tech9, but I saw his whole facility and everything on this documentary. And I was like, dude, we need to get there. So I told her, my girlfriend at the time, I was like, she's my manager also. I was like, yo, we need to.
You want to manage a podcast called Neanderthal Podcast?
She's an incredible manager. Because I told her, I said, yo, we need to get at this guy, Tech9 and Travis in Kansas City. I said, we need to set up a meeting. 2 weeks later, she comes back. She's like, yo, I can't get a meeting. These guys are billionaires or something. It's very hard. I was like, all right, are you trying to elevate? Because we were every 2 weeks we were selling out a show in the hometown. Everybody was singing every word. But then I'm like, how are we going to get out of here? Even if we would make
Right.
$3-4 grand
Right.
every month off that, I made her quit her job and we were making maybe $4 grand a month off of merch and doing the shows.
That's a tough life.
So I'm and we were paying our rent and I was able to bring her to the Olive Garden or whatever. I was like, just rock with me and you could be my
better
manager.
be putting some of that on credit for $4 grand a month in New York.
Yeah, but no, this was also 2018. Okay. Probably different now.
Trump years.
Yeah, you probably
Hard
get
your board.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding, guys.
But we were living like that for a second, and then I saw this documentary on Tech9 and Travis O'Gwen in Kansas City.
Wow.
And I literally harassed her every day. Yo, I said, did you get that meeting? And she's like, yo, I can't talk. These guys are super prestigious there. It's hard to get. I'm like, all right, whatever. She just had signed on to be my manager. And I gave her this speech. If you're going to be my manager, here's how it goes down. You know what I mean? I was kind of in the game already. I had sold some songs. I was I was kind of vetted. I was writing songs and shit. So I was like, if I'm going to be an artist and you're my manager, here's how it's going to go down. Get in touch with this guy. And she just couldn't get in touch with him for weeks, months. And then she was like, yo, he hit me back. And he said that you could have a meeting with him in Tech9 in Kansas City. And I'm like, yo, that's... All right.
What is a meeting?
That's all I wanted. I wanted the meeting. I asked her as manager.
What did you just send him his music?
Yeah.
Or just say, hey,
Yeah,
Music.
I told her that we were going to be in
we're going to be in Kansas City?
Yeah.
And you weren't really going to until he said yes, and then yes, I'm
Right.
coming to Kansas City?
So then she sent the music. He listened. He was like, all right, we like this or whatever. So then what she did is before she even asked me, she maybe spent rent a car, whatever, $1,800 or something. But at that time, that was really
That's a lot of money.
2018. I'm like, bro, I called her. I was like, what are you,
Jerry,
what are
get
you
on that
doing?
mic.
I was
I'm gonna
like,
come
what do
across
you-
this table.
My bad. We got it.
Swear to God.
She's like, I spent the $1,800. We're going out to Kansas City. And I'm like, I was like, what? She's like, you told me whatever it takes. Right? I told her, yo, I don't care. Do whatever it takes. We're going to get this meeting done. So she did it. And then I was like, you little fuck. Yeah.
Be here Thursday.
It was scary because I was like, dude, that's a lot of money right now. I was like, fuck. And then we went. And then on the plane, I remember when we landed, she was texting him or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. She's texting Tech9 or whoever, right? She got the meeting. She was doing her thing. And then I'm looking. I'm like, is that Instagram? Have you only spoke to these people on Instagram? You don't even have their number, and we flew all the way. That's kind of crazy, right? You only DM'd? I'm like, you didn't even have their number? I was kind of like, yo, you better pull
This
this
is
shit
sus
the
as
fuck.
fuck.
Damn, this is sus, right? So then I'm like, all right. I'm like, fine.
Yes, I'm 44 and use the word sus correctly. Thank you.
Salute.
Well, hold on. I can't
God bless
cheers
you.
water. That's
It
bad
was
luck.
correct. Yeah, it was correct. But anyway,
Yeah, he was very bad.
Yeah, I was kind of like, yo, why would you do this? So we get there. I think we spent like an hour or two in like a hotel room where I'm like, whatever, worst case, we'll just go enjoy Kansas City because I've never been to Kansas City. And that was it. And then he called. He's like, yo, come through, da-da-da. We had this meeting. We spent like 3 days at Strange Music. Like, we were vibing, studio. I'm like making songs. It was great. It was like, wow, you really fucking pulled it off. She pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? And it was like,
wow.
Yeah, and it was just my like,
wow.
I just wanted to, all I wanted to say was like, get this meeting. Because if I get in the room, if you put me in the room with these guys, we're going to make songs and we're going to make a ton of money and things are going to be great. And she was like, all right, cool. And she did. But it wasn't like, that's not like here and there. It was like, babe, that was like 6 months or something. Like, I think she emailed, she called, she DM'd, she, you know what I'm saying? She really pushed. But every day I would say, yo, where's my meeting? Like, I would act like it's like, yo, my meeting on the books. All right, cool. She was like, fuck, I don't know what to do. She was going, having anxiety and going crazy. But I was just like, make sure you get that meeting done. And then we did. But that's it. So it's like, what's the next meeting, right?
That's all it is.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We're out at this,
I can do that.
We're out at this podcast because she cut my hair. And I was like, man, I like podcasts. I need to do this more. We come. We do it. We call the person. I ask her to get the meeting, and she gets the meeting. So let's clap it up. Have you ever seen Drink Champs?
I know of it.
That's a cultural thing. Right?
I know of it, but I haven't actually.
They just clap every time they say something cool on there. But
okay, that's a Barstool.
Is it a thing?
Podcast?
It's a thing. Yeah, they probably took it. But yeah, so that's kind of how it all started. And then we came out here for like 3 days. We went back to Brooklyn. We're like back home, and I could not stop thinking about like Tech9 and the whole like compound they have. I was just like so inspired where I was like, yo,
Strangeland is pretty dope.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you don't want to be, I mean, I'm what, 28 at the time, 20, whatever it was. Like, I was like, bro, I'm like, I can't, like, I'm either going to be like, I want to be a rapper, or I'm like out in Kansas City and Tech9 has $100 million worth of a facility. So it's just like, that makes it way more real than dope. Being like, yo, I just want to be a rapper and I'm in New York.
Right.
Good luck out here, bro.
You know and so now you just got done touring?
Yeah. Yeah, we did a tour with Ritz like 2.5 months.
What is tour life like? Like, what kind of transportation are you on?
We're
Sprinter van?
Yeah, Sprinter van.
To hotel?
Sometimes we just crash in the van, man. Too.
Really?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. Like, you get a budget, right? So
is your girl going with you?
Absolutely.
And she sleeps on the van too?
She will, but that's the reason I be getting a lot more rooms. No, I'm just joking. But no, she's a trooper, man. She's a soldier. So like, we came up from the beginning. So here's the thing. Let's say you get $1,000 a night, and you're doing a 60 show run. First thing you think is 60 shows is 2 months. I just made $60,000.
Real.
Plus I get to sell merchandise in that time. T-shirts, whatever, right?
Right.
So I make money on that. So you're like 2 months, $30,000 a month. Wow, that's incredible. That's an incredible paycheck. I'm down. I get to go sing the songs that everyone told me would never make it or whatever I could do. So you do that, but now you got a Sprinter van. The Sprinter van for that 2 months is going to cost you $5, $6, $7, $8.
Get in that mic, Jerry. Get in that mic.
The Sprinter
I know
van.
You want to be a podcaster.
All right.
When you start your podcast, you have to be
on the mic.
On the motherfucking mic.
So
I mean, look. It moves around.
Yeah.
You're a movie around person.
I will move it.
All right. You like to move around.
I will move,
you might need a little Adderall or something to kind of
slow you down a bit. Need
but just keep this motherfucker right there.
But long story short, that's how.
Oh yeah.
That's how it works with the. You got the fucking. You got the van, you got the hotels, you got food, you got to pay the people that come out with you, your team, to do the merchandise, right?
Right.
So it's like, man, I'm getting $1,000 a night, and that's $60,000 for 60 nights. 60 nights is a long fucking time.
Whoa.
Right? To
no
be
days
going
off
every night.
No
days
nights off either.
Right? Exactly. So you do that, and then you're like, man, I got $60,000 plus merchandise. That's fucking $90,000. But then I had to pay this dude $12,000 and this dude $18,000. So people don't understand that, like, this is a labor of love sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like you even all this money, you're watching this money and you're like, man, I mean, it's no different than running a podcast or what we were talking about before. Anything you want to do is not as glamorous as it seems. It's not,
Right.
It's never that.
Oh, no.
But
ain't nothing glamorous.
But certain people learn how to navigate it. They learn how to do it. They learn how to bring it there, like Jelly Roll. You know what I'm saying? Jelly Roll a couple of years ago would sit here and kick it.
All right, listen.
You know
listen
what I'm
to
saying?
me.
It's crazy. Some of the
Jehry,
things that he said.
you have to get off Jelly Roll's nuts. You've been hanging on him for an hour and a half.
This dude.
You got to go to somewhere
You
else.
You gotta realize this dude. I was in the studio. I'm working on my first album, Tech9. It's like I'm like mesmerized by this whole facility. Jelly Roll's in the next room. He's working on his album. I watch him, go through his process. You know what I'm saying? I gained that. I felt like before this, I felt like I wanted to kill myself. I didn't even want to live. Now I'm in Kansas City. I'm in this fucking multi-million-dollar facility, and this guy, Jelly Roll, who I don't know, is in the next fucking room, and he's making his music, and we're going back and forth. And then the past 2 years, I watched this guy rise to fucking superstardom, right? Mm-hmm. It literally changed my approach to what I do. Then he calls me and says, yo, you're going on tour with me. I said, dude, are you sure? Me? I don't know. He brings me. I get to sing my fucking songs in front of 10,000 people, dude.
Whoa.
Right? So when you say that, it's like, yeah, but that's what keeps me going. The motherfuckers at the Grammys, I'm like, how did this happen?
You want to be the guy that has someone that's swinging
I didn't
on
even
your
think-
nuts,
I
that's
did- bro.
playing for, I got to play for Jehry Robinson.
Exactly. And that's the shit. It's like, bro, when I look at that, it's okay.
Why wouldn't you get there? I've heard your music. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't get there.
And like, yo, I will swing on the nuts all day to say like,
I'm just giving you shit, by the way.
No, it's all good. But it's like, bro, because that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
You're
I don't
right.
know anyone else in all my time on this planet that's ever done anything remotely close to that, where I've been so close to it. It's watched it manifest.
Dude, you know what?
It makes me continue, is all I'm saying.
I am just giving you shit, but now that I do think about it, it is wild that you got a front row seat to a rocket ship going to Mars.
Yeah.
That only 0.001% of human beings in all of history of the planet get to actually witness.
Yeah. And that's
and
it.
then to actually learn from that, and then you can incorporate that into your life because you're in the same realm.
Right. And I won't even put
You
myself
can get
in the
there. How
realm.
old is Jelly Roll?
40 years old.
Dude, and you're 33.
40 years old. He
Do you think it's inevitable?
He just turned 40.
Is it inevitable for him to get to there?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like,
And you're going to bring Kansas City with you, right?
Nah, maybe, bro. Fuck yeah, man. Kansas. I'm wearing the jacket. And everything.
Yeah.
Chiefs are
Like
going
you're going to
to
bring
Super Bowl.
New York,
Yeah.
of course.
Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl.
But
man.
like you're going to bring like, yo, I got this Grammy.
Sure the whole world
Like where Jelly Roll's from what, Memphis?
He is from Tennessee. Tennessee.
Is
Yeah,
it
Nashville
Memphis?
area.
Nashville?
I think it's I can't think of the
I
name
thought it was
of
Memphis,
the
but-
town.
Okay.
It's a town. No, it's a little outside of Tennessee.
Outside of Tennessee.
Yeah, I can't think
Nashville?
of the fucking name.
All right. I thought he was a
Like
Memphis guy.
Anarch or something like that.
It don't matter.
I don't know. But anyway, I will
That would be cool.
I will look at that because that's like the shit that keeps me going.
Actually, not that Kansas City needs anymore. Let me tell you something. I love Kansas City, but then we had the Royals go for our World Series run, and then it put the national spotlight on us, and that was cool and
What was
sexy.
that like? That was a long time ago. It was a couple of years ago.
2013, 2014,
Okay,
2015.
yeah.
That you
But
think
the
the
Chiefs, though.
No, the Royals trump. Let me tell you something about Kansas City. Kansas City is a baseball team disguised as a football team,
Okay.
as a football city.
Right.
Like they love the Chiefs because they're winning, but there is a complete different feeling and vibe to Kansas City.
Are you a Royals fan?
I am a Royals fan.
Okay.
I'm not a Chiefs fan. But however,
Not a Chiefs fan. You're the first Kansas City person I've met. That is.
I'm not born and raised from here. I am a Kansas Cityan.
Okay.
I don't
I'll give
like.
you that.
I don't like Chiefs fans. They annoy the fuck out of me.
I'll give you that.
I'm not going into that. But so when the Royals were in their World Series run, this city had a completely different vibe. It was like if you cut somebody off, or if somebody cut you off in the middle of traffic or whatever, normally like, this motherfucker piece of shit.
Yeah.
But during the World Series, it was like, all right, man, it's cool. I get it. Go on.
I've heard that vibe.
It was like that. But when the Chiefs, it's like, all right, the Chiefs are in. Like the Chiefs fans have always been an arrogant fan group, even when they didn't deserve to be. And now that they got Mahomes and they got the luckiest, it's hard to get a once in a lifetime quarterback like that. And we just happened to get him.
Right.
It wasn't because they were such great drafters. He just fell to them and they got lucky. That's all it is. It wasn't anything special. Kansas City didn't do anything special to get Mahomes. We just happened to hit a lottery ticket.
I feel like a lot of Chiefs fans are gonna be mad that you said whatever you said. And I don't watch football a lot, like I said.
Yeah.
But all I know is that the Chiefs here are the coolest fucking thing you could ever follow or get behind.
That's Kansas City. What else do we have?
Yeah. I fuck with you because you're one of the only people I heard kind of go against the Chiefs a little bit.
I'm not a fan.
Chiefs
I'm just never been a fan of their fans. It's their fans I'm not a fan. And then now we have to. And so if you think about being a billionaire, you have all this money. It's amazing, but you still have to pay tax.
Right.
And the tax is a lot. If you put it on paper, like Elon Musk's pay billions of dollars of taxes. And if you just think like if you made how much our tax for having the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes in these Super Bowl runs, do you know what our tax is?
What?
Our tax is Brittany Mahomes, Jackson Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes Sr. That's the Kansas City tax, and that's a fucking steep price to pay. How great is it having Brittany Mahomes as your lead quarterback's wife? That lady is the worst. She is so annoying. She just has she's just the worst. She's just the worst. She treats people like shit. She doesn't tee people. She's throwing champagne on all the poor people below her.
I don't follow.
We got Jackson Mahomes who's sexually assaulting these bartenders. Not heard. He got fucking convicted of it, but he's not getting in trouble because of who's. And then 2 days ago, his dad gets like his third DUI. And are you talking about Pat Mahomes' dad? Patrick Mahomes' dad
gets a
just got a DUI like a couple nights ago.
My wife knows about this.
Yeah, and then I know people in the city. I'm plugged in, like it or not. I'm plugged in. I know. Like I've heard stories of Patrick Mahomes Sr. hitting on much younger women than him. And you know what his pickup line is?
You know the podcast. You have to drop an allegedly. You have to drop an allegedly. Always.
Fuck you. Allegedly, whatever. Suck my dick. I'll give fucking. I got receipts. Bitch. Come at me, Patrick Mahomes Sr. You're coming at these. Damn. Now, they're of age, but they're a lot younger than he should. I'm not going to shame. Okay. But he's like.
We can't.
You know who my son is? My son's Patrick Mahomes. That's his pickup line. This dude played in the Major League Baseball league as a pitcher,
I don't know any of this. I'm not hip to any.
Patrick
of this.
Mahomes' dad was a MLB pitcher for like the Minnesota Twins and maybe the Dodgers or something like that. But his pickup line is, "Yo, do you know who my son is?"
Right. I mean. There could be a possibility of this being true. I'm
not bringing it. These are all the thoughts and opinions of Neanderthal Podcast, not Jehry Robinson.
Yeah, no. But I didn't even know. I never thought of even actually I saw Jackson Mahomes at a shout out Bricks in Lee Summit. I saw him last week.
Oh my God, we love Bricks.
Bricks? You go to Bricks?
Yeah, we love Bricks. It's so fun.
I went by there and there was he was there. He was kicking it at a table or whatever.
Oh my God, that dude's a fucking dork.
Yeah, we said what up or whatever, but that was it. But then I don't know about the allegations or none of that shit, and especially about his dad. That's crazy.
That happened like 3 nights ago.
I do know people don't like Brittany Mahomes though, and I feel like she hangs out with Taylor Swift now, so she's
Oh
like
my
super
God,
cool.
it's even
But it's like
worse
last
now.
year, everyone was like, man, we don't. Kansas City did not co-sign her,
No.
and then now it's like she's cool.
No, she's not cool.
She's
still
on
not
the like
cool.
posts and shit. I'm like, yo, she hangs out with
No,
Taylor
she just
Swift.
got
Taylor
put on
Swift
blast
is-
the other day for being at some high-end Hollywood hotel
Yeah.
for like 3 or 4 days, never tipping a single staff member and just not being the greatest to them.
I don't know. Do you normally focus on that type of content on here or no? Is that
I
like,
do not.
No?
That's not what this is. This is just
because we were talking about like selling out and stuff. Like if you were talking about that, you get a million more hits. If you were like Brittany Mahomes didn't tip at the thing, you know what I mean? Those are the
No,
things that's what people want to watch on TikTok.
no. That's
right?
just real,
Am I wrong? Maybe
Jerry, that's just real talk. That's just
Yeah.
what's
but
on.
maybe nobody cares about Brittany Mahomes. I don't know. I feel like she probably had. I bet you. Can we do
No,
it? Wait,
people-
let's do a game. Everyone guess how many followers Brittany Mahomes would have.
Ooh, overall or just on
like or TikTok, Instagram probably.
Instagram?
Instagram followers, Brittany Mahomes. I don't know. I have no
I would have
idea.
seen it. She's been out with Taylor Swift a couple times,
Exactly.
so she gets the Taylor bump.
Taylor
Yeah,
bump.
she gets the
The
Taylor
Taylor.
What do you
bump
think?
is
1.5 mil?
I would say.
Damn, that's really yeah, because they win the Super Bowl.
Go pull it up.
All right, I'm pulling it up. Or you
Pull it up,
you
Jerry. Jerry, can I pee
Tara's
real
gonna pull it
quick?
up. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna pee real quick. You
I
guys
want to
look
do
that
a
up.
podcast, and Tara's gonna be my like pull it up person.
up?
Yeah. Oh, we're back in. It's like a portal. Brings
So you
back.
went on 2 months of a tour
Yeah.
on a Sprinter van.
Yeah.
All right. I love that you have Tara. She's a beast. She's a monster. I was just telling, like, supporting all of that shit.
Yeah.
There's no but here. But the dream for a lot of young men is to be a rock star, rap star, because you want to get pussy. You want to get out there and put that. But you are in love and you got your main and she's doing all this shit for you.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that would take some kind of element out of touring that you can't have stories for. So what kind of stories do you have touring?
Yeah.
Are there any wild, fun stories? Like, are you getting any other than going to the fucking Breaking Bad house?
Yeah.
Like, is there what kind of wild shit, if anything, or
Well-
is it boring as fuck and you're playing chess and looking on Instagram and eating pizza? Like,
Well,
what's tour life
Well,
really like?
At the end of the day, in 2024, if tour life was the craziest, like fucking like Charlie Murphy, Eddie Murphy, 80s cocaine.
Fuck your
having-
couch, motherfucker.
I wouldn't say shit about shit and hope that nobody recorded that shit, right? So even in some situations where it's like
Yeah,
the
right up on it.
craziest
suck
night
on my
we've ever had.
Look
and
at
this
how
is-
good that sounds. I
yeah.
keep telling you, but like how
I know.
good that sounds.
This is actually real shit. So like in the craziest nights we've probably ever had, like someone will say, take the phones, and they have these little cases.
Oh, yonder bags.
Yeah. So like Dave Chappelle will do that at a show. So like you don't leak a stand up or whatever. But some of the coolest nights I've had on tour would be like take your phone and we go crazy. Like everyone's gonna do cocaine. People that you even think would never do. You're like, holy shit, this person does cocaine, dude. That's crazy.
Let me
Like,
tell you something.
you know, what I'm
Cocaine
saying?
is so good. Everybody will do cocaine.
Right? Nah, but
I will never shame anybody for
crazy,
doing
though.
cocaine. Like
It's
I will
crazy.
see a fucking. I used to go to church all the time. If I saw my pastor at some function, he's like happens to be watching a UFC fight, and someone busts out cocaine, and I see him do a rail.
probably gonna do
I'm
a
like,
rail.
yeah, I understand, pastor. I understand.
Yeah.
Do that rail, sir. I won't
No.
say nothing, and let me get a gummy.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing though. But like some of the craziest nights, we've had to like put
God
our
damn, I
phone
love
in one of
cocaine.
those little yonder fucking
Yonder
pads or
bags,
whatever
yeah.
the fuck yonder bags. But like I've definitely seen a few of those. But yeah, I'm just not, bro. I'm not a crazy guy. Like if you listen to my music, it's like, bro, I'm trying to like, bro, I'm literally trying to inspire the world.
I did have to twist your arm to drink some whiskey tonight.
Yeah,
Alright,
no, I'm
yeah.
like a pussy, man. Like I don't like to do the crazy shit.
Are we gonna
like,
just kill this?
I'm not. Fuck it. I'm down.
Oh my
I mean, that
God.
seems like all you, homie. I don't know. There's a little bit left, but Yeah, I'm not a crazy guy, man. Like I'm not out there being nuts, fucking banging all the people, sniffing all the cocaine. First off, like 3 dudes just died from fentanyl and cocaine in Kansas City.
Wow.
If I did do cocaine in my younger years, and I may have done it once or twice, I'll put on record, but like
I did it 5 minutes ago.
I'm not really, I'm kind of scared of that shit, man. Like we're in a different city.
That is
someone's
the
like,
wildest
bro, I
thing.
got some crazy shit. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not trying to die.
No.
Like people are like, hey,
I can't.
my dealer's really good. I'm like, was Mac Miller's dealer really good?
Exactly.
Or Heath Ledger or whatever. So
Right.
I'm not even trying to really mess with that. So
That's
at
the
the
sad.
end of the day-
That is the sad thing.
Yeah.
I grew up in a time where you didn't have to worry about that shit. You got it
Yeah.
straight and you just fucking did it. It was
Yeah.
great.
But
Now it ruins it because it's so good you can't do it anymore because it probably is laced with something.
yeah.
And even if you
But-
test it, it might not get tested
But
correctly.
look, I got a big show, man. I'm doing fucking 3,000 people. I'm at Red Rocks, right? What's wrong with me putting on the best outfit I got, feeling amazing, having a couple shots of whiskey,
Yeah.
bringing my wife,
Yeah.
having my mom and my dad come.
Damn. That's
And
better than
feel-
cocaine.
and-
That's better
and
than cocaine.
Feel amazing. Like it's like, oh man, yo, you banging the groupies, and like my wife is cool. Like she'll give me the marker to sign some titties if it's a thing.
It's marketing.
But it's like, bro,
Got to.
I want to bring my wife. I want to bring my mom. I want to bring my dad. I don't have any kids yet, but like I want to eventually have my kids back there.
Damn.
Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to make music that people, when they see that, they're not like, oh, Jerry should be pulling up in a Rolls Royce sniffing cocaine. No. If you listen to my music and you bought a ticket to that show, I'm not gonna pull up in a Rolls Royce sniffing cocaine.
Neanderthal
I'ma pull up with my
podcast
wife.
will pull up in a Rolls Royce and cocaine, motherfuckers.
I hope you do, motherfucker.
Let me get that point,
I
people.
hope you do, but like,
Let me get that big.
But like, but cool is relative. Like, what's cool? Is it cool to pull up doing cocaine in the fucking Rolls Royce, or is it cool to pull up with your wife and kids and sell out a fucking show like?
Now my kids are with their mom on that time. On cocaine
But no,
daddy
but
time,
yo,
my kids are with
But
their
like,
mom.
but like Kane Brown is a country singer. He'll sell like arenas. He always like brings his kids and comes through our Macklemore. Everyone's like, I hate Macklemore. He's corny. I always thought
He's fun.
Macklemore was so cool.
He's fun.
I was like, man, he's just like this little corny white dude.
Yeah.
He's like spitting his poetry, and 35,000 people bought a ticket. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, you gonna hate on Macklemore, but I always thought that was so cool. I do poetry like that. I wish that many people would buy a ticket to come see my shit. Right. So I look at it like that, and it's like, if I could bring it, it's like I want to bring a new wave to it. It's like, I'm just gonna be me.
I'll wear
I'm gonna
your
go through that.
granddad's clothes. I'll look incredible.
Yo, he changed
Yeah,
thrifting
come
for the
on.
whole world. Like thrifting became cool for some reason.
It's always
after
been
that.
cool.
Like,
Thrifting's
yeah.
always been cool with a certain sect.
yeah, to certain people, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
like that's really where where it is. Like if I'm missing out on anything that's crazy or whatever, I mean, bro, I turned 30 and I was like, man, I'm old. I feel like I'm 60. I feel like I'm fucking old. Like I'm
dare
like, bro,
you.
fuck all that. Like I fucking went through all that shit. I fucking got drunk. I threw up under shit. I fucking went crazy. She yelled at me. I fucking texted this person when we've been together since we were little kids, bro. We've been through it all. We broke up. She fucking left me. I fucking, you know what I mean? All the shit. Like we've been through everything. We seen it all. You know what I'm saying? She went out on dates. I was mad. I threw
shit.
rocks at the window to get her back. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, fuck that guy. I'm the guy. Like we went through all the things. I experienced a lot of things in my life, and probably some too young that I should have, bro. I was selling weed when I was 13 and shit. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
young. Damn.
probably some of them I was too young to even experience. So
Yeah.
I've been through a lot of shit, and I'm at a point where I'm like, bro, I'm gonna pull up. You gonna pay me to come through and sing a song? My fans know that I'm gonna come through with my wife. They know. In fact, at the meet and greet, they pay $100 to come buy the meet and greet ticket. Some of them be like, hey,
Do I owe
is
you
Tara
$100
here?
right now?
Is Tara here?
Brooke,
They'll-
look at my wallet.
No, but I'm saying no. But my fans will ask for my wife, like, yo, is Tara here? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing that dynamic.
And
is
she's like,
fucking
who are
cool.
you? I don't know you.
Yeah, but it's weird because it's like I just always post her we just always move together. Whatever, she's in the Sprinter van when we tour. So the fans.
Well, I'm just letting you know. Whenever you have a show, I will pull up and I'll say,
we
"Yo,
got a show February 16th.
I know Jehry. I'll be there February 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up, Alan Wayne, Jehry Robinson at the Bowery in Westport.
You guys will be good
pull
to
up.
go.
I will be there.
Well, we go to every city in America, and there's people.
Hold on, you don't go into every city of America.
I've been at every city in America. That's a fact. I don't think I would say Alaska.
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Alaska.
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Well, is that a city or is it?
That's a city.
Okay.
Bossier City, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Honestly,
Look, that's just a few hours north of Master
You can
P, my
Google it.
friend.
I
and
mean,
Mystical.
if I haven't been there, I've been
No Limit. Soldiers.
I've probably been 15 to 20 minutes outside of that city and doing a show for the past 3 years. We've been out. I mean, there's years where I do 180 shows, 150 shows. There's tours where I do 89 shows since 2021. There's tours where I do 89 shows. That's most of my year.
Listen, Jehry.
We're out here in Chattanooga. We're out here in fucking, you know what I mean? Like Radcliffe, Kentucky. We're in these places that I never thought I would even come to.
I know you guys don't want to be here all night. I should probably end this because you have way too much to keep talking about.
Yeah.
Why don't we just do this again sometime?
We'll do it again,
but
when we make some sort of crazy accolade. I'll
if
come
you
back.
want. Like I would prefer before that.
Even before that.
I had a really good time, and there's so much more to like learn. Like,
all right,
I think we barely scratched the surface. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's getting late. We've had too much fun, and I just feel selfish for taking up your time. And I know there's way too much more to get into.
I appreciate it. And it's 11:44. That's a pretty appropriate time to end it all.
Okay.
Thank you.
This was fun, man.
Blast. I had a blast.
I mean,
she was probably like on the fence about.
No. She knew. I asked.
We're in the headphones, so we're living this like, we're
she
in this
heard
like
us.
vortex.
She knows I asked the best questions.
Yeah.
You've never been on a podcast with these kinds of questions before. This was
half the interview.
Listen, I've seen
like this from the microphone.
I've seen one of your episodes before, and I wasn't gonna throw shade, but I can't believe you went on that podcast with some dude sitting on a couch with a microphone like way over there. That needs to be deleted from the internet.
I don't know which one that is, but I've been on some questionable fucking podcast. And honestly, 2024, I made a vow. I will be on every podcast that accepts me.
I wouldn't do
that's
that.
Why I said
I wouldn't do that.
No. Every pod, because I need that.
You're bigger than me, and I wouldn't even do that.
You know what? I will do every podcast.
That's stupid.
Every podcast that wants to do it.
Don't let him do that.
And I'm saying it on your podcast. If you were a podcast, you're just starting out. But here's the thing. I'm in Idaho for.
You gotta protect him from that.
I'm in Idaho for 4 hours. If you can fucking make it happen, and there's people that will come. They'll come to the meet and greet. They'll buy the ticket. I'll sign the thing, and they'll be like, "Dude, if you can come to my house for like 45 minutes." And I am the type of guy that the whole squad
this
is
week
like,
on
fuck
Dateline,
this. Yeah,
New
exactly.
York rapper gets murdered in Utah.
They don't even have
to do a podcast. No,
they don't
Jehry,
even have a microphone.
Do not do that. Yeah,
they don't even have a microphone.
He's got his
this
fucking
is not a bad
iPhone
guess.
on a fucking on a book over there, propped up.
But I will.
I think we're gonna
I'll do the YouTube. If you could, like, your YouTube had a bunch of different videos, right? I don't care if you got
legit.
1 million subscribers or 100 subscribers. If you have 100 videos, that means you've been really trying to post videos and really trying to make a podcast happen. And those are the people that I will come and interview with no matter what.
Thank you for
I don't care if you're in your mom's basement. I will come fucking talk to you just like this. Probably get drunk off some whiskey because I think we downed some whiskey. It's probably a bad idea.
We drank a lot of whiskey.
And she said to me,
"Do
you want to do this?" She usually sets it up. I was the one that set this up because I was like, I remember you said podcast. I was like, yo, there's a KC podcast. It's like a weird little thing. I want to go. And you showed me like a picture or something. I wanted to come.
I mean, no cap. No talking shit.
No sus.
This is the hardest, best podcast in Kansas City. It's not even close.
It's the best. You're saying? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
So We
It
got
really
the best.
is.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some promo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I told you, man.
Yeah.
Like when this drops, I'll fucking share it on my story.
Dope. Looking forward to
I
that.
got a couple of people that are
Get
like,
on the
"Man,
mic, motherfucker.
Jerry's cool. Jerry, I want to hear what Jerry has to say."
Yeah.
And those people will be watching right now, and they'll be like, "Damn, this is 3 hours. This is insane." There's people that will comment that will be like, "Hey, I watched the whole 3 hours, bro," and I'll be like, "Fuck yeah, dude." Hell yeah. And
All
then I'll
right.
give them a free t-shirt when they come to the show. If you watch this whole podcast,
I was just going to say.
you get a free t-shirt in any city I'm in. When I tour, I'm giving you a free t-shirt. My manager's telling me to relax. It's on me. I'll take it. It's like a diner expense.
How about this?
And I will
The
give
first
you a free
two
t-shirt.
people, and I'll pay for the second T-shirt.
Whoa.
Whatever,
Neandertalk is
Whatever
coming
Jehry
in.
Robinson T-shirt paraphernalia
I
you
like
want,
it.
I'm paying for it.
So there it
I'll
is.
pay
So-
it up for it. After this, I'll.
So you want to know the crazy thing is like I said before, we had 10,000 streams in a year, and she told us that we're gonna have 1 million streams on this fucking album, and me and my boy, we said, "Yo, that's not gonna happen. It's at 10,000. That's what it is. That shit now has 1 million streams." She told us that. This is 2018, right? This podcast is gonna haunt us. Because we're going to tell people that they get a free t-shirt if they watch this whole thing, and watch how many people in the next year or two come up to me and tell me they heard me on the Neanderthal podcast.
Holla at your boy.
And I promise them am I wrong?
No, just one.
Because weird shit like this always comes back.
You're
But
you're
I'll
giving
take
one,
it.
and I'm giving one.
Yeah,
Not a million of
We're
them.
going to give away like probably 100 t-shirts
No,
in the
no,
next couple of years.
no,
Because people
no.
will watch this whole thing through.
one
Like,
a year.
What if this
One
what
a
if this
year.
gets 1 million views?
One a year.
People will come up to me and they'll be like, "Hey, you said I get a free T-shirt." You know,
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'll put this on tape.
or whatever.
You have to call me out on it, Mr. Commenter, right now. One a year over 1 million. And if it gets over 1 million, one a year, one a month.
So if this gets over 1 million views, then
One shirt
that
per
is
month.
eligible. I like that. One
One shirt per month for
no,
a comment.
You're killing me there. You're killing me there. Hold on. Wait. You get one shirt if this goes over 1 million, and you reference it
A month.
because
The first.
All right.
Listen, we're setting it up.
are we into?
If you comment,
we
Jerry
send out
Jerry
hundreds of
Robinson.
shirts a month.
How about this? The first person that says, "Jerry, you owe me a shirt," you have to give them a shirt for free.
I like that.
And the next person says,
that I'll do.
"Neanderthal, you owe me a shirt." The first person that says that, I owe them a shirt.
Okay, cool.
And then anything after 1 million,
I think
anyone that
you
says that, I
are-
owe them a shirt for 1 month.
I think you are undermining my celebrity a little bit right now. Because,
Maybe, I don't know.
because when 7 people hit him up after this drops and tell him that they owe him a shirt. What?
The first person on
First person.
Oh, the first person. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I
the
like
first
that.
person.
I like that. Okay, so the first person that hits up.
And then if there's a whole bunch, and if a whole bunch of you say that, I'll do a raffle, and I will send you a bottle of whiskey. Must be 21-ish.
Yeah, we're just gonna go with 21. I don't like the ish. It sounds suspect, as you said before. It's,
Yeah. Holla at your boy.
all right,
Let's get out of here.
All right,
Let's get
much
out of here.
love.
Let's get out of here. This
Neanderthal,
is awesome.
We love it. Strange music. FBA. We're in here.
FBA.
Love you.
Strange. Bye.
Strange.
Love you all, motherfuckers. Bye.
Leave me the fuck alone. Neanderthal, hardest podcast in the world, you stupid ass bitch.